We can start with a recap. Let's talk about what happened so far to bring us to the screen that we see here, which is a bunch of green with a big gray thing in the middle. Maybe I'll zoom out a bit first. Okay, first couple notes.
One quick thing just to interject for everybody that's watching. For anyone who isn't aware, this is the channel here, Techsmith. First of all, hi, I'm Milton T-Pike1. You might remember me, famous Twitch content creator over at Milton T-Pike1. And if you guys are wanting to watch D&D or listen to D&D with myself and Techsmith and Venalis and Techsmith's wife, Kaylee, and Mathradical, it's every Friday at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern, right here. And also, it is Techsmith's 48th birthday today.
Not 48. Come on now.
Yay! It is his birthday, so happy birthday, little brother with tiny baby hands.
Older brother.
Happy birthday, tiny brother who's so much shorter than me with little baby hands.
Definitely still the older brother.
Happy birthday, little tiny baby brother with itty bitty, strangely deformed, weirdly small, kind of looking like baby carrot hands. Brother, happy birthday, little boopy boop.
No, I'm the older brother. Thank you, little tiny infant Milton, for respecting the age of his older brother. Good Lord! Technically 33 years young today. Thank you, Milton and Slump.
I would like to make it known that this marks a hallmark for myself and Techsmith, because Techsmith is now 33, and by the time our dad was 33, he was already working on abandoning his second family. So we've managed to not do that a single time.
Hot damn!
So we're already doing well.
Already,
Good job,
boys.
buddy.
Well done.
Keeping it light.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's a step up. That means that I could fuck up everything else for the rest of my life and still be technically a step up. So there we go.
Oh my god.
You could fuck up everything tomorrow, and it'll just mean that you lasted longer than he.
That exactly, right? All right. Oh! Milton.
Yeah, deal with that. Deal with
Holy sweet fuck. Milton with the 10 give the tier
Spaghetti
subs.
is probably the best name I've seen on here.
That's pretty amazing.
I saw someone call snakes boop noodles.
Danger noodles?
Boop noodles. If you don't like them, they're danger noodles, but if you like them, they're boop noodles. But yeah, so anyways, this is a D&D stream that is actually, we use a different rule set. We don't use the typical 5th edition or 4th edition or any edition Dungeons and Dragons. We use Monster of the Week, which is another pen and paper RPG. It's a more narratively focused system than D&D. The mechanics on combat are pretty light. And the focus on story, RP, and character development is way higher. So you're going to see pretty light on the dice rolls on the right-hand side, and most of it's going to be done in exposition. A lot of it in the theater of the mind. We do have some fantastic artwork, some really, really great maps done by members of the community, but a lot of it will play out in the theater of the imagination with minor visual aids. And so for all the people who this might be the first episode, I do have the first 2 episodes up as VODs. I've got 1 episode up on YouTube. I'm going to put these ones up on YouTube as well. So if you want to catch up on those, I highly suggest it. But I will go through a rough recap now I still think the other episodes are fun enough to listen to just because there's a lot of flavor in there. But basically, we went through some really quite grisly and gnarly introductions to each individual character. They all had something really quite spectacular and horrifying happen to them. The universe is space cowboys. Basically, humanity has expanded to the stars and beyond, and this is on a faraway planet, but in our current universe. So everything that's happened in our universe is part of the history of what's happening in-game. And the way it happens is they send humans off with the information and technology to advance quickly, but it still has to industrialize and all that. And we're on a planet in its cowboy times. Space cowboys with laser pistols and hover cycles and shit like that. But there's a sheriff in town, and it's cowboys. Kind of like Cowboy Bebop and Firefly. And the first episode, everyone had their grisly introductions. They met a man named Tom inside of a mine shaft who said, hey guys, what you think is magic is real. And also you should go talk to the sheriff because he can tell you stuff. You went to the sheriff who told you about quote-unquote monsters that are causing problems for the town, which is interesting because as everyone knows that monsters ain't real. The title of the whole campaign is Monsters Ain't Real because that is a fact. Monsters like Frankensteins and werewolves and shit like that do not exist. There is no race of these things. And yet, there seems to be monsters that are a problem. The party went off to investigate. They found a little monkey that would drink up a whole bunch of electricity and turn into a very big lightning Super Saiyan King Kong, who they ended up fighting. And they killed it. And then they went back to Tom and the sheriff, and they're like, hey, we killed the lightning Super Saiyan King Kong. And the sheriff and Tom both alluded to the fact that something brings them back. And Tom informed you that this was likely a familiar created by another person called a weaver, because weavers are capable of manipulating this substance called ink, which is kind of like the Force from Star Wars, but definitely not the Force from Star Wars, because that is super trademarked, so we're not calling it the Force. It's called ink.
Microscopic organisms in your blood.
And the people who can manipulate this ink are called weavers, and there was a weaver making these familiars. And Tom said, go deal with the weaver. It's out in an island in the middle of the lake called the Greywater. And so you guys fucking broke so many mechanics I had planned for you. You got somehow Jimmy, the only fucking slide boat pilot who knew how to get to the island across the Greywater, to take you there. However, just after he navigated past a giant storm... Oh, I gotta show the art. I gotta show the art because it was so good. After navigating past the storm, you guys were met with a motherfucking legitimate Sharknado. It started as a water funnel that came up from the water, and then you started to see fins pop out of the tornado until you started seeing actual sharks being lobbed out of the fucking tornado. And you guys had to dodge the sharks being lobbed at you. And you had to deal with a couple sharks that landed on the actual boat. You managed to poke a couple of them off. And then one of them, Galdrick tried to banish and managed to only evaporate its skin. So it became a bleeding muscle shark that tried to bite you very, very bad and hurt some of you pretty badly. And then you managed to navigate past the Sharknado onto the actual island. And our fantastic fucking community artist, one of the many community artists and our resident map maker, Tobris, built this fucking spectacular island map surrounded by what might look a little bit like concrete, but it's actually the gray water, because that water is so fucking disgusting It is actually gray with chemtrails of terraforming chemicals that are attempting to purify it. It's caustic, it's toxic, it's acidic, and it is thick. And so all the stuff on the outside is the gray water. You guys...
Real thick.
Holy shit, Mo here, you fucking kidding me? 10,000 biddies can't see or hear the stream doing be stuck at work. Thank you very much, man. Holy fuck. So you guys land right about here. Right on this little dirt inlet thing here. But before we get there, we don't know how well you land on there because technically... Huh?
Go ahead.
None of you know how to pilot a slide boat. It goes at very high speeds and is kept hydroplaning the entire time. And it's basically like banking a Formula One racer on a single fin through this muck soup. So we're going to have to see if Jake, the one currently piloting it... Oh, actually, you know what? Let's introduce the characters, too, in case anyone hasn't seen it.
Just real quick.
Yeah.
Could you give me the real brief synopsis? Why are we going to see the Weaver on the island again?
Yeah. So, when you guys fought the lightning monkey,
yeah,
you saw that it was sucking up lightning from the generators that power the town, and it was dumping the electricity into these metal prongs at the back of a cave. So you wanted to know where that electricity was going. And also Tom said that monkey was made by a weaver and he's just going to make another one unless you find out where he is. You knew that the prongs were going towards the water and you saw flashes of lightning out across the water. And so after talking to Salty Sam, the sailor, and Jimmy, the sailor, you found out that there was technically an island out there, and you deduced that that might be where the Weaver is. So that's why you went there. And so these are the characters. We've got monstrous fucking Slump, big melted G.I. Joe Hulk person. We've got...
Hi.
We've got Jake. So monstrous is technically the class. Literally half monster human. And then we've got...
he's not just being mean.
Not just being mean because he's my dumb little baby brother.
Yeah.
Then we've got Jake the Expert, who... honestly, the class names kind of describe it. He's an expert on everything to do with monsters and everything to do with technology, would you say? Or just very specific technology?
I think we're real specific on the hover stuff.
Real specific on the hover stuff. Pretty well versed in monsters and weavers. Although the revelation of the existence of ink was a little bit new to you.
A little new.
Yeah. Then we've got Lucille Hudson, also known as Loopy Lou, who is the Spooky, which is another one of the classes. And Loopy Lou was a fortune teller who one day saw something real fucked up, saw a bleeding man with a blurry face and one giant oozing eyeball in the middle of his face, who said, "Hi, I can see you and you can't see me, and I've been watching you for a long time, and also I can help you if you need it."
Super trustworthy kind of vision to have. No problem. Feeling good about it.
Exactly. And then we've got Galdrick, who is the divine, who's literally an angel from the upper planes of existence, who has inhabited many bodies, including Bishop Kane and Galdrick, and decided Galdrick was such a great name, you might as well stick with it twice, because if it ain't broke, why fix it?
It is a good name. I get it.
And so those are the characters. Galdrick is the angel of mine. Galdrick always with that big fucking smile. And when he was building his character, he could choose a bunch of different eyes and chose perceptive eyes. So he's got these unbelievably wide staring eyes and big fuck off smile all the time. So just an unnerving person with a giant trident. He was allowed one piece of holy weaponry, and he chose the giant fucking holy trident that was unidentified. Nobody knows what the powers of it are. Although he did try to stab a shark and ended up turning it into a blender. Yeah. You guys dodged the Sharknado, and now you're landing on this island. And because Jake, the expert, is not an expert of slide boats, we're going to have to roll. We're going to have to roll to see just how well you land this thing. We are going to... Oh, yes. All right. Thank God. Notes. This session is going to be broken to a minor part and a major part. We're going to start with the minor part. But there is an incredibly lethal aspect of this minor part that will kill the entire party if you guys just fuck around. I want to emphasize again the unbelievable lethality of Monster of the Week. It will kill all of you guys. So please... take it a little bit careful. Don't get your asses... Oh my fuck.
I have my trident at the ready in a Superman-like fashion.
But yeah, just I want to reiterate how lethal this thing is. I know we're having fun. I know you guys are having some goofs, and I want us to have fun. But I don't want you to discount the lethality of the mechanics. Part of the mechanics of the game is re-rolling characters, which means that you can die. And I have started introducing lethal mechanics. So please do be a little bit careful. I'm going to pull the punches a little bit to let you know when you're wandering into a fucking lethal zone. But that's going to be super short-lived, and eventually your characters will run the risk of just dying. So... please don't die during the minor part at the start, because if you miss the major part that I put all my heart and fucking time into building for the rest of the session, I'm going to be sad. And it's my birthday.
Crash a boat, boys.
Please don't make me sad on my birthday. Please don't crash the boat so bad everybody dies.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
No promise.
So you're approaching this island, which as you approach it, the lake is massive. Like I'm saying, Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan, massive, huge lake. And there's a tiny little speck of land on the middle. As you approach it, you can see this perfectly cylindrical tower sticking up from the middle of this tiny speck of land. And as you approach it, you realize that there's no way to land an airship on this island. Like, the reason it's only accessible by land is due to how unbelievably tiny this piece of terra firma is. So as you're coming in hot, because the slide boats go real fucking fast, Jake, I'm going to get you to roll to protect someone. You are going to try to protect the fins on the bottom of the boat that keep it hydroplaning and allow it to maintain itself without diving into the mucky gray water. So roll to protect someone.
What's the modifier on protect?
I can find it in my files because it is right here. And roll to... oh my god, it's so big. Let's kick some ass. Manipulate someone. Protect someone is roll plus tough.
Oh, boy.
Okay, thank God. Okay, protect someone on a mixed success, which is 7 to 9. Let's see. Okay, on a 7 to 9, you protect them, okay, but you'll suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get. So the way that's going to work is you start coming in real hot. to this tiny little spit of land. You see that a lot of the shoreline is rough, eaten away rock, and you would just slam into the middle of it. Luckily, with the angle of your trajectory, you can see this tiny little spit of dirt coming out, which is the only non-destructive part to land the boat on. But as you approach it, you realize that if you just came straight on, you would still smash the fin just with the speed you're approaching, and you don't know what the docking protocol for these is. So you just tilt the whole boat sideways to protect the fin stepping out of the bottom. And what it causes you to do is, instead of the fin getting broken and taking quote unquote harm, you guys all take 1 harm as the boat basically sideways crashes into the spit of land. So you all wind up about here. The boat is basically undamaged. It's scuffed, it's dented, but it is completely still functional, but you all took 1 harm. So do try to mark 1 harm for you guys, and you get...
Except for me.
Oh, fuck! Fuck me. Because of Slump's new level up, negates anything that is 1 harm or lower. So Slump gets kind of tossed out and goes face first into one of the giant stones on the side. And there is a slump face imprint in the fucking stone, and 0 damage to Slump himself.
Cute rock.
And you guys find yourselves on this little spit of dirt, and in front of you is a 3 or 4 story tall cylindrical tower. What's up?
Slump, after peeling his face off of the side of the rock like an octopus's tentacle, looks up at the tower and says,
"Hey, Mr. Teeny Tot, Mr. Teeny Tot, you mean man live in there know about the zappy banana dog?"
I guess. I'm not really... I think... maybe. I guess.
Oh, maybe we see if he has num num. Maybe he has num num for slump.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
all right, I want to go up to the tower and without even asking, I just grab Galdrick and put him on my shoulders, and I want to go see if there's like a door. I want to tell me more about what the tower looks like. What color is it? What's it made out of? Are there doors? Are there windows?
Yep,
Do we see
absolutely.
any lights inside? Is there any movement?
Yeah, so the tower itself, on all the ground floor and for the many floors going up, is a very smooth, well-worked stone. It's not rough. It's very smooth and looks almost machined. It's very even and not polished, but very smooth and worked. And there's not much weathering on it. There are no windows until you get to the very top. They're big... like bay windows up at the very top of the tower. They don't quite look like lighthouse windows. They look like giant living room bay windows at the very top, and it doesn't taper. This does not look like your typical lighthouse. But the only windows are at the very top. The rest of it is kind of a cool gray smooth stone, and there is a big wooden door right where the path ends. And Lou, did you want to say something?
Oh, I did. So Lou knows from the boat trip over here that there were kind of phenomenon that they had to weave through. And the reason Jimmy was the only one who was able to successfully navigate the water was because he could see those invisible, scary things made of ink or what have you. So with enough time that I can still yell at Slump and Galdrick to duck or whatever, I'd like to just kind of assess the lay of the land, see if there's any things that we should be weaving around here. I'd like to read a bad situation.
Oh, shit. Yes. Read a bad fucking situation. Absolutely. Let's take a look. Read a bad situation is roll plus sharp.
So Lou has +2 sharp. It's one of her only things
Yep.
that she got. Let's see. So it's just 1? No, 2d6. No, wait. Yeah, 2. Yeah,
Yep, 2d6 plus sharp. 7.
Ooh.
Okay, no, that's good. That's a mixed success. So you can ask one question. The question is, what's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? And what's the best way to protect the victims? You can ask one of those questions.
Oh man, I want to ask, are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Are there any dangers you haven't noticed? Okay, so you've seen the top of the lighthouse flash with violent lightning. It's not like a typical light. You've seen it flash with lightning. So you know there is a danger up there that you have noticed. Something you haven't noticed, and I'm being a little bit loose with the term danger, is to the north side of the island, there is a ridge dropping down and a cave on the north side of the island. And I don't want to tell you that there's a danger in there, but I'll tell you that there's potentially a danger in there that you haven't noticed.
Slump, Godric. I'm getting a bad vibe from over that way, so just veer southwards more than northwards.
Slump just looks to call.
Don't you guys feel
Why are
that?
you looking at me?
What? Lou say not. She say go.
Okay. Wait. How are you feeling first? How are you feeling?
So how Slump feel?
Yeah.
Oh,
Scale of
God.
1 to completely healthy. How do you feel?
Oh, Slump feel pretty good. Slump, hey, guess what happened, Mr. Teeny Tot? Guess what happened?
What happened?
Slump go for a ride on the zoomy water car, and then he go flying and he bump a rock.
Do I, since you cannot actually tell me, does he look beat up at all?
He looks less beat up than anyone else, mysteriously. Like, the boat crash didn't even faze him.
All right, fuck it, let's go. I'm gonna climb back up on his shoulder then.
I'm not heading to the cave. I'm still sort of like on the rock path heading towards where the front door would be.
Okay, yep.
And speaking of boat crash, I would like to look this thing over and see just how bad I fucked it up.
It is basically completely operational still. It's dented, but if you need to drive it again, it will go and it will still effectively cross the water.
Cool. That it's like rolled up on the shore.
Yeah, it's rolled up on the shore. It's like, somewhere in between these two rocks here, just on its side, and the fins on the bottom are undamaged.
Gotcha. Okay. Hey, big. No. Hey, Galdric. Could you give me a sec?
You need some love?
So I was gonna ask Slump, but that's probably not smart. We need to get this thing back in the water, ready to make a expedient fucking retreat. So, you guys seem to have like a rapport. If you could communicate that to him without destroying the boat, that would be great.
I'd like to go over to Slump. Does he have any more pocket noodles left?
You're on my shoulders, and I have Slump has one chopstick and a few noodles left in his.
I'll grab the chopstick, and I want to walk over to the boat. Yeah. Listen, need favor. This right here. Put this in the water carefully. If you break it, get crunchy stick.
Boat snack?
No. Stick snack. And I want to wave the stick in the air. Okay, but we gotta do it. We gotta whisper when we do it. We gotta whisper. So let's grab the boat and let's carefully push it back. Shh. We don't want to disturb the sleeping underwater worms.
Oh, sleepy underwater worm. bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pushes back in the water carefully.
I want to push it ever so gently into the water.
Okay, so I don't want to tell you what you do and don't know or do and don't remember. Basically,
Fuck, the water's all caustic and shit. I forgot.
yeah. So
Oh, right.
as you gently start putting into the water, there's this hissing sound as the unbelievably caustic water starts eating at the metal.
Nope, sorry, abort.
Yeah, okay. Over here. Over here. I want to like start wiggling the stick like in front of his nose. Hopefully his hands are still on the boat.
Oh yeah, yep. Slump is completely preoccupied on the fucking chopstick, and now he's just like dragging it like a toy car behind him on a leash. He's just pulling the boat behind it back onto the land.
Yeah. Okay. So we will
Here
say.
you go. And I give him the stick after it's safely back up.
Okay. So the boat is pointed at the water, but not in the water. And it is, yeah, like you say, ready for an expedient escape.
Do you guys think we should hide the boat at all? Do you think if somebody from the tower saw it, they would be suspicious? I guess Jimmy did make trips out here often, so maybe it wouldn't be that big a deal. But
Maybe.
if it's not Jimmy that's showing up, I don't know. What do you guys think?
How high is the tower? Because the windows are only on the very top.
Yeah, windows are only at the very top, and it's maybe 4 stories tall.
Quick side note. I am seeing and sort of hearing that the Discord is doing a bit of roboting. I don't know if we want to switch to my Discord just because it's a partner Discord to try to cut down on that, or I guess that would kill the music.
Well, I can play the music on my end. It would just kill the music for you guys.
No, just change where the server's located.
How
I'm
do
trying
I
to do it for you right now.
How do I? Okay, you're trying to do that. Hey, I think that's working. Oh,
There you go.
I think that worked.
Yep.
Okay,
yeah,
awesome.
Just put us back to west.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
perfect.
Yep, sounds good now.
Yep, does sound good. Okay, awesome.
Okay. Anyways, okay. So sorry. So Lou, you were trying to see would anybody notice the boat?
Hello?
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 Oh,
Hello?
Luke can't hear anything. she's gonna reconnect. Lou got borked with the old voice.
Oh god.
Is this
I swear I
better?
fixed it. I fixed it, guys. I didn't break it.
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm all good. I'm all
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, so you were saying that you wanted to see if someone would notice the boat being positioned in such a way to go back out to sea right away?
Me, yeah, I was worried that our presence would be alerted, to the whoever's in the tower, because we know they made that scary ape and that tornado of sharks.
With the windows being up that high, could we just like drag the boat down to the foot of the building so they wouldn't have like the line of sight, or did the windows not work?
Nope, that's absolutely, yeah. If you drag the boat to like somewhere like here or even closer like here, there's no way that the upper floors would be able to see the boat.
I'm thinking too that we could just place branches or something over top of the boat. Whatever you guys think. I know we still want to be able to, yeah.
Yeah, good looking out. Galdrick, you want to get old Mr. Teeny Tot, you want to get old big man to move that boat?
Where do you want us to move it to exactly? Point. Just point.
You could just
point.
right over there. Just nuzzle it right up next to the bottom of the tower. I don't think they'll be able to see from the.
I look at Slump and I just kind of like snap my fingers. Oh, there, go.
And Slump throws it.
Okay. I think there's gonna be a roll for throwing it.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what kind of throw. I'm thinking.
That's definitely helping out. I'm just saying.
I think I was just looking at that. That's gonna be help out. So
Okay.
roll plus cool.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up my little character sheet thing. Slump.
Can I help out, or is he helping out?
You can help him out, helping him out. Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Oh, -1. Cool.
Okay.
Let's just not destroy the boat, please.
Oh, the boat is midair. The boat is fucking as soon as Galdrick snapped his fingers, Slump fucking hurled.
Yeah, you know, narratively, I couldn't.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so mixed success.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm gonna say, because on a mixed success you expose yourself to danger. I'm gonna say that when you grab it and you hurl it, you were kind of so gung ho to throw it that you kind of didn't plant your foot quite right. And when you throw it well, and it lands okay. It lands on the ground and it skids up close to the tower without damaging the boat too badly, but you slip and you eat shit, and you would take 1 harm for slamming your face into the ground, but I guess you take 0 fucking harm and feel nothing.
Excellent. Okay.
My God, Slump.
I fall and have a face full of mud and just go,
Yeah.
just eat shit.
Yeah.
The boat is sailing.
Yeah, and the boat is okay.
All right.
And there's a big wooden door, like a square wooden doorway at the end of the path on the side of the tower.
Slump lifts one of his giant eggplant squash-sized fingers and points at the door, and then looks back at the group and says,
You want Slump? See if anybody home?
I kind of think about it for half a second. I'll look at Lou. Be like, this one's on you.
Well, fellas, I think we should maybe play it a little more stealthy. Slump, you're just amazing at getting things done immediately. But maybe we want to approach it with a little more, hesitation.
Slump is looking at Lou, and you can see like folding melted cheese. His brow is starting to furrow, and you can see his face is starting to squish in like shaved ham, like it's just in total what looks like increasing rage. Like he's getting angrier and angrier and angrier, and you can see his giant fucking dinner plate sized eyes narrowing in and just staring straight into the fucking pit of Lou's being, and you can see his gigantic cinder block sized hands start balling into fists, and you hear the sonic crack as his knuckles crack, and he's staring right at her and then goes,
Oh, you were on the boat. That's where Slump know you from.
My God.
I crawl up.
My God.
I walk over to Slump and I put my arms in the air like a baby in front of Slump. I go, shoulder.
Up time.
and Slump puts him on his shoulders.
All right.
I want to go in with the boat sort of like next to the tower so I can't be seen, since Lou pointed it out and I'm kind of paranoid about it.
Okay, you're like kind of putting your back up against the tower kind of thing? Yeah.
So we're all walking up, I guess, hey?
Yeah, what you got there, Seer?
Oh, right. That's new to me, you see? So, okay. As we get close to so I'd like to go up to the door and really look right at any kind of locking mechanism on it and the doorknob itself and see if I can see any. I don't want to touch it at all, but I just want to really look at it.
Okay. So you kind of... So this is just, there's no rolls with this ability. This is like this sight, right? And there are no rolls with this sight. In fact, it should be just entirely passive, but we're making it active. So you go up to the door and you kind of, without touching it, you kind of wave your hands in front of it. trying to just get a feel for what's going on without actually setting off any traps that might be there. And you try to concentrate on opening your third eye, trying to see the ink. And it's hard because this is a new thing for you. And so I think what you do is you actually, the only way you've ever seen the ink is when you try to get a premonition or when you try to tell a fortune. So I think maybe you try to imagine what the door opening looks like. Well, what's the fortune of this door is basically what you're trying to do, is tell the fortune of this door. And as you kind of relax and feel the zone of that, oh, this is how I do fortunes kind of thing, it becomes easier. Your eyes close, and then your eye opens, and you're staring at the door. And it still seems like it's just a door. There's no ink coming out of it. There's basically no ink coming out of the door at all. But you do hear the unsettling, low, like a dying campfire sound of the bloody man breathing.
Ugh.
Oh, frick, that guy, right. Well, I turn to him. Well, I imagine he's behind me because he's a big old creepy guy.
Yeah, okay, you turn around and there you see him. He's standing maybe 10 feet behind you with his hand held in front of his face and his index and middle finger crossed, held in front of his face. The face, of course, you can't see. It's blurry, but you can see clear as day the one big, wide eye in the middle of his forehead, open, staring straight at you, oozing this red, blood-like liquid from it. And once again, when you look at him, all he says is, "Shh."
God damn it, why is this guy so fucking creepy? What the hell? Yuck, man. Ew. Can you just look at him and say in your weird mystic voice, ew?
Honestly, really good.
Yuck. Fuck. All right.
So I get he doesn't want me to talk to him, is the impression.
That is the impression you get, is he does not want you to acknowledge his presence.
Okay, it's not time. Well, I don't see any traps or anything of the like. Hey, Jake, you're great with all this mechanical stuff. How are you at locked doors? I guess we don't even know that it's locked.
I mean, yeah, I can give it a look. I'm gonna go for my multi-tool and then quickly realize it is melted into parts of the fucking boat.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But I want to try to use one of my things.
Yeah.
I think I need something right now, and I think I might be prepared.
Yep, I think that sounds exactly fucking right. What do you need?
Well, first I'm just gonna rattle the handle, see if shit's even locked, and if it is, I want to see if I can get another multi-tool out of my bag, maybe something that's got any like small tools. Not I don't think I'd have lockpicks, but something that would act as lockpicks.
Yeah, totally. You try the door and it's unlocked.
Oh, fuck. Well,
Okay.
this is not like a hackjack situation. This is like an old school lock.
Old
like
school. Yeah, super old school analog door.
All right, so I'm sort of like open my bag and start unzipping stuff, and with the other hand, sort of absently just hit the knob and it opens.
Yep.
Oh, well. All right. And then I just zip my shit back up.
You did it!
Did it, y'all?
So I'm going to ask you, how far do you open the door? Or did you literally just see that the knob turned all the way and that the door gave?
No, so it would have been like eyes down in the bag, but with like my other hand, I would have just sort of like tested the knob, but I probably would have twisted it just enough for it to like open, and then I would have let it go, and then I would have backed up and pointed for Slump to go in.
Okay, yep.
Got it, y'all. Here you go. Yep, here you go.
You're just like looking at Slump and then pointing inside?
I regretfully say yes.
Okay. Slump just stares at you, and a small tendril of drool just starts running out of the corner of his mouth.
All you big guy.
Huh?
I grab on tight.
What you want?
You want to you want to go first?
God.
Just walk straight in, just like he's walking into the front door of his house. Just stomping on, not even trying to step carefully, just thumps on into the front door.
All right. I do need to do this properly.
How deep is that drop of the cave Lou pointed out?
It's maybe 3 feet, 4 feet. It's not very steep.
But the cave is big enough that you could walk into it standing upright, kind of thing.
You would have to crouch down a bit, but it is enterable.
Oh, okay. Damn, these maps though.
Oh shit, yeah, I don't want to fuck up your steez, but I think when Slump goes in, I'm just gonna kind of, as he's blocking the door and everyone's focused on the door, I just want to walk map north and sort of eyeball that cave.
Yeah, the cave, it's cramped, it's narrow, you'd have to kind of squeeze your way in, but it goes deep. But on this map, you can see the inside of the tower.
Can I see anything invisible in here?
Anything invisible in the middle of the room?
Yeah, just like all together. Anything in my line of sight? Is there anything suspicious?
I would say mostly no. But I will say, because you are looking around, you do get a bit of a good look at what's in the middle of the floor. Is everybody, or no, I guess Jake, you're not in here, are you? You're kind of you're scoping out the cave at the north end of the island?
Yeah, it wasn't going to take too long. Just while everyone is going inside, I kind of was assuming that if he walked in and it blew up, I didn't want to be there. So I was just taking a walk, taking a peek, then coming back.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No, the cave looks deep. It looks like there's a bit of a worn trail into and out of the cave. But it's too deep to see what's inside. It's very narrow. You'd have to squeeze your way in. And for everybody...
Fucking nope.
Big agree.
For everybody else entering the tower, you see heavy wooden boards that are on the floor. You see a bunch of crates on the back side of the room. And in the middle of the room, you see something maybe just a little bit disturbing. You see a giant pile of corpses.
Oh.
Oh, no.
You see...
I immediately grab Slump's like here, and I pull back like as if it's a rein.
Yeah. Well, this is a good question. Is this the sort of thing that Slump would be tempted to give into his temptation?
So I know. So I'm going to say out of habit a little bit, because you're used to eating bodies, but these bodies are so cold, so dead that they're not actually appetizing. Out of habit, you would be used to eating things that look like this, but they're so cold and so dead that they would, if you tried to eat any, you would not feel any nourishment from it.
Okay. Slump still absentmindedly licks his lips.
Yeah, that's exactly. There's that Pavlovian kind of response to seeing the food.
Yep.
And you see one stairwell leading up and one stairwell leading down. The stairwell leading up is kind of a spiral stairwell that leads up and up and up and up and up. And the downward one leads down and down and down and down. And the upwards one kind of carves this hollow tunnel up the middle of the tower, leading to the very, very top of the tower.
Holy smokes.
So what do the corpses look like? How are they dressed?
Yeah.
Are they human? Do they look like they've been altered in some?
Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of the catch. I'm assuming because Slump is used to eating bodies, there's that Pavlovian response. They're so cold that they're not attractive, but that's almost making like you still want to look at them. So in going and looking at these bodies, that you're kind of at a conundrum between I want to eat bodies, but also these don't look tasty. You look at them. I gotta make sure I bring out my notes here. Bottom floor, heavy, thick wooden floors. Interior walls are the same cool, smooth stone. Large pile of bodies, broken, dead, stinking, and rotting. And when you go up to the bodies, they all look like they have weird twists and breaks. And more than that, they also look like they've had impact, crushes, and breaks. And more than that, they have these horrible forked lightning burn marks all over them. Like sometimes up to half their bodies are peeled and blistered with these forked lightning kind of burn marks. And the eyeballs are popped and the muscles are stretched and twisted. And the skin has been torn all over them. You also see that the skin is almost greenish. And when you get up close, you see bolts on the sides of their necks.
Okay.
Those last two lines. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right?
And then as you are sitting there looking at the bodies, you hear this crackle, like a sharp snap, like cracking a whip from at the very top of the tower. And you hear a man yelling in anger. Very faintly, but very distinctly, a man yelling in anger on the top floor.
Okay. Slump sort of like looks up to where the sound came from, and then cocking his head at a weird fucking angle to try to make eye contact with the Galdric who's riding on his shoulder, says,
Mr. Man, don't sound happy.
What do you mean?
You hear that? Mr. Man don't sound happy. Mr. Man up there making sounds upstairs. He not happy.
He's probably a little too happy. Right? Right?
Slump's just
Right?
staring at him straight in the eyes.
Right?
No understanding whatsoever.
And I didn't hear any of this outside coming back to the door, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I guess coming back, you're probably arriving back about now, as they've had a bit of time to walk in, look at the bodies, inspect them a bit. Jake, you actually saw a flash of lightning upstairs, but you heard no sound. And then when you come in, you see them having this discussion.
I'll give a little dry heave, cover my face with a bandana.
It smells
and
fucking awful.
Stay as close to the door, if not outside the door frame, as
Slump looks at the pile of bodies and looks at Jake and looks back at the pile of bodies and points at it and then licks his lip.
God.
No, I mean all you there, man. I'm good. I'll sort of pat my stomach and be like, no, I'm fine. Noodles, I'm fine.
Slump just shrugs. He shrugs but forgets Galdric is on his shoulder, so it's sort of like riding the rodeo bull, riding the mechanical bull.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's can I look at anywhere like all these bodies are dead center, right?
Yeah. They kind of pile, they kind of make a tower, kind of, it's wider. There's more bodies on the base, and it gets fewer bodies as you go up and up towards the top of the pile of corpses.
Right, and then there's obviously the stairs that's kind of winding around, right?
Yep, there's stairs going up and there's stairs going down.
Can I look up is there like any sort of like chute, if you will, for like where these bodies are falling from, like from the ceiling?
Yeah, so basically, I will say when you look straight up the center of the tower, you see way up at the top. I mean, 4 stories is not the longest way to look. You see kind of a seam in the middle of the ceiling that looks like it might open up like a portcullis. And you do see a little bit of blood on the railing of the stairs of the spiral staircase leading down, as if bodies had impacted the railing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
This place is gross.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I want to see where these bodies are coming from. You want to go upstairs?
Yeah, upstairs.
Slump claps his hands.
All right. See those stairs?
Uh-huh.
No, not those ones. Those ones go down. The ones that go up. Those ones.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay.
And then Slump allows Galdrick to basically guide the speed with which he wants Slump to go up the stairs.
We'll walk at a normal, cautious pace. We're not trying to alert things.
All right.
I'm gonna try to do the same thing, like as the meat wall of Slump is sort of pulling attention in one way. I'm gonna go towards the stairs that go down.
Yep.
And I'm gonna pull like a little work light or like headlamp or anything I can put my hand over to dim. And I'm gonna start going down the stairs just to see what's down there.
Yep. Cool. Lou, which way are you going?
Well, Lou's instinct was to go downstairs, but then she remembered, well, Slump was going upstairs kind of thing, but then she remembered every horror movie she's ever seen, and was a little wary. So first, she's very concerned about what's making all these bodies, and so she'd like to really try and understand how these could come to pass, like what kind of thing would make this. So I'd like to tune in to
Oh, shit.
monster.
Fuck, coming in with all the abilities. All right, what does Tune In do?
Tune in. You can attune your mind to a monster or a minion, and I roll plus weird. So let's see what I get on that first. And so it's +2.
Okay, mixed success.
Whoops, sorry, I hit it twice. My bad. But anyway. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So I gotta tell you what that does.
Yeah.
Mixed success. 7 to 9. Hold 1. What is that?
Okay, you can just ask one of those questions.
Oh. Oh, these aren't great. So my questions are, where is the creature right now? What is it planning to do right now? Who is it going to attack next? Who does it regard as its biggest threat? And how can I attract its attention? So I would like to ask, what's it planning to do right now?
Ah, fuck. See, I knew. Damn it! I knew that was gonna be the question. Okay. And you are considering whatever is making these bodies to be the monster?
Yeah. Is that some kind of like genie in a bottle, wrong question situation?
No. So, okay. So, if you are wondering, the thing that's making the bodies, what does it plan to do next? The cheap answer is make more bodies. No, I guess technically, it's going to try again. It's going to try to do a thing to another body, again, as it's been trying to do with all these bodies.
Sounds like dating.
It
Oh my god.
it could be.
Romance. Modern romance.
So I guess I don't want to give you too much information, but I will say that the thing that is making these bodies is going to try again to do something to these bodies, to do something to another one of these bodies.
Listen, fellas, before we split up, Scooby-Doo style, I wanted to say, I think that the thing that's making these things is going to keep trying to make them. I don't think it's got a sense that we're here yet. So if maybe we keep this almost as a reconnaissance style, maybe we won't be in too much danger right at the beginning here. Anyway, I don't think it's aware of us. It's really focused, I think, on making more of these gross Lego people.
Slump's nose starts to bleed as he's trying to process all of this.
Okay. So, Lou, which way are you going?
Right, crap. No, basement. I do want to see what's in the basement.
Okay, so Lou and Jake are heading to the basement. Galdrick and Slump are heading upstairs. So I'm going to do the basement first. Jake and Lou, as you guys are going down, it does get pretty cold, pretty quick. But it is still that smooth worked stone, like the tower itself does extend down. And you go down this spiral staircase, probably another... Probably five stories. It is a ways down there, and there are a couple electro lanterns to provide a bit of light, but there is no source of heat, so it does get quite cold. And at the bottom of the staircase, there is a huge, heavy metal door that has kind of rubber ceiling around the edges of the door and a rubber knob.
Rubber knob.
So, trying to put this together spatially, Jake went over to look at the cave. We're way below the cave, or was the cave descending as I looked in?
You couldn't get a great look, but it seemed to just be mostly level. You have gone so fucking deep that there's no way you could tell whether
it connects.
Exactly. It seems like there's no way those connect. This is way the fuck down.
All right. I'm just gonna turn to Lou, and I'll if we've got electro lanterns down here, I'll sort of flip off the, or at least put it on like the lowest setting, like the little headlamp.
Yeah.
And I've got my juju bag in my hand, and I'm gonna turn to her. So we got lightning and fucking rubber sealed door. I am not about to open this.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. Do you think this is some sort of breaker room kind of thing? Electricity storage area? Very grounded.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, I don't know. Some kind of discharge thing. I don't know. I don't want to fuck with this right now. We can get big boy to come in and give it a peek, but I'm not so sure about doing this right now.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, let's just call this reconnaissance, right? And so we saw, and let's maybe report back. Is there anything else in this area? It's really just the door?
It's just a narrow passage that ends in the door.
And there's no, like, we can't see light from the bottom with the rubber seal. Like, there's nothing past it, yeah?
No, yeah, the seal keeps it completely sealed. There's no way to see what's inside or anything past the rubber.
Lou's kind of new to her sight thing, so she would like to dramatically place her hand on the door and see if she like feels anything extra from that.
Oh my god, as she goes to touch the metal, I'm gonna be nowhere near her. Like, I'm gonna physically recoil from her body.
Yeah. Okay. Let me take a look at the rules
Jake
here.
has been shocked a couple times. I see it coming, and if she gets locked up, I'm gonna like take off my backpack and just whack the shit out of her to disconnect her.
Yeah.
Nice, thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
Out.
gonna say touching this, we're gonna add there's gonna be a bit of a magical aspect to this investigation, but this is gonna be investigate a mystery. So go ahead and roll plus sharp.
She has +2 sharp. Yay!
Oh shit!
All right.
All right. You can ask 2 questions of the following: what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here? You can ask 2 of those questions.
Oh boy. Okay. My first question is it's a door. My first question is what is being concealed here?
Yeah. I will say you get a bit of a sense that what is being concealed behind this door is kind of what you suspected. It is a room based on the rubber ceiling, and you remember that the electricity was being sent somewhere from that giant lightning monkey that, you know, if you carry 2 and hold the 4 and divide by 3, those metal prongs from the back of the cave would wind up right here in this room. So what is being concealed here is probably the room that is collecting the electricity that the monkey was dumping in.
Okay, then my second question is, what can it do?
You gather that with the lightning flashing at the top of the tower, that this is the room that is capturing the sucked up electricity and funneling it to the top floor.
Yeah, I guess that is what it does. I wanted more detail, but you're totally right.
What kind of other thing? What other kind of what can it do? Were you thinking of? Like what would have been a thing you were kind of looking for?
Well, just why is this big bad guy that we're here to see doing this? Like, and it's releasing all this electricity up at the top of the tower, so it's not like it's holding it all. Oh wait, but maybe it's shocking these guys and trying to make them alive each time. It's just Frankenstein, I guess. When I say just, I mean, holy shit, it's Frankenstein. Sorry, I had a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So it looks like this is the room where the electricity goes to, and then sends it up to the top floor.
Wait. Okay. Okay. Listen, Jake. I think. So we know that whatever the person is doing bad things, is up there releasing a bunch of this electricity. I think the electricity gets channeled to this room. So maybe
From
if we
the
can.
monkey sticks.
That's right. Thank you for reading my mind, because I totally didn't explain that. It's a good thing you and we've always been on the same page. It's great. But listen, do you think if we got in there and disrupted it somehow, that would help our situation? Cut off the source of power from the guy?
Did she physically touch the door?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's a big load off Jake's mind.
Yeah.
So that sort of like anxiety is gone, so I can fully process what she's fucking saying right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's smart. All right. Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You guys want to open the door?
I want to try the knob.
It moves freely.
So seeing it open, the anxiety's back, and I got Juju bag and headlamp at the ready. And we'll kind of just, I don't know if Lou's controlling the door, but I'll sort of like get behind her and like slice pie and just look at each little angle as we open it and sort of see what's there.
Okay, so if you're all looking at the pile of bodies one, if you scroll down.
Are we Shaggy and Velma right now?
Honestly, I
know. You are looking into a large, mostly empty room with a giant capacitor in the middle. And what's unnerving is something that you hear before you see it. It is kind of this thunderous it's like thunderous stomping, and then you see it, and you see 5 fully charged lightning monkeys down here in the basement, walking around the giant capacitor.
Cool. I'm gonna turn my light off.
Yeah.
And I'll just sort of like put my hands on Lou's shoulders to calm it down so we don't slam the door, and I'll just pull her back a little bit and go, we need to close the fucking door right now. We need to close the fucking door.
I very, very I turn the knob so it's not going to make a latch sound as I close it, and I very gently close the door.
Oh, that's so good, but you are going to have to roll for that.
No.
That's
I aided.
okay.
It's
Okay,
narrative,
yeah,
it's
sure.
in there, I did
Okay,
it.
no, you're totally right. All right, this is gonna be
Nice,
Jake.
thanks,
You're
Jake.
gonna roll to help out. Lou, you're gonna roll to act under pressure because seeing 5 Super Saiyan Godzilla lightning monkeys has put the pressure on.
That's plus cool, which is not great.
Fuck.
Oh my!
Oh!
Oh my God, you guys! You
Is
remember?
this the part where you? Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Do you remember how I was saying how unbelievably lethal this campaign is? And please don't die.
Anyway,
It wasn't Slump. I'm so proud of you, Slump. It wasn't you.
Oh my God. Okay, so first is the act under pressure. On a miss, okay, so first of all, both of you mark experience for all the fucking good it'll do you in heaven.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Okay, so Lou, act under pressure on a miss. The literal description on Monster of the Week is on a miss, things go to hell. So before anything happens, things are going to go to hell. Jake, in trying to help out, you also missed. And on a miss, you expose yourself to trouble or danger without helping.
Damn it.
Oh my God! Holy fuck. So I guess, oh man. Okay.
Do I have any of those flashbangs left from when I wasn't here, but we fought the monkey?
Yeah, you definitely
Great
got some flashbangs left, but I think this is going to happen
Cool.
a little bit before you get a chance to reach in the old pocket here. Because Lou goes to close the door, attempting to be quiet and holding the doorknob so that it's already pre-open and will just latch silently. And you're kind of holding her shoulders, unbelievably anxiously, backing away a little bit as she's doing this. And you miscalculate where the steps are behind you, and you hit your heel on the step behind you, causing you to fall backwards, which, because you hadn't let go of Lou's shoulder, causes you to pull Lou backwards, and you both fall very loudly onto the steps and swing the door wide open. And as soon as you swing the door open, all 5 lightning monkeys look at you guys and start thundering towards the door that you are all standing at. And they are getting ready to blast lightning. And honestly, I guess, unfortunately, because there's 5 of them and you both fucked up so badly, the one that's closest to you unloads a giant blast of lightning and hits you both for 3 harm.
Hey.
3 harm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 1 left. What does that mean?
Holy
I'm
fuck.
at 6. Yeah.
So that means next harm and you're dead forever, completely gone.
Oh man, it's just what you said. I didn't listen to God earlier.
And also means that you are now in critical hospital requiring condition.
I should have lied.
As a related side note, can I just do a quick diversion here, because they're 5 stories down?
Yeah.
Okay, so are me and Galdrick able to hear anything up?
Yeah, I would
upstairs?
say as you guys are making your way up the stairs,
Yeah.
you hear an ungodly sound come from below. You hear maybe a soft clatter, because the rest of the tower was quite silent. You hear a little bit of a clatter. You hear maybe a pair of screams, I can only imagine. And then the sound of 5 Super Saiyan Godzilla monkeys roaring in unison, and a crash of thunder.
Okay, so as this is happening, Slump stops like with 1 foot on 1 step and the other foot 2 steps beneath him. So he's
Yep.
like mid stride, and he just stops. He stops so suddenly that Galdrick like totters a little bit on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And he sits there for like 15 seconds. You can almost hear the as gears are grinding in his head as he's trying to process thoughts. And then he sort of tilts his head up towards Galdrick and says,
Zoom, zoom, water car time.
I look up. I look down. I look up. I look down. This is why you never split the party.
Are there railings? Are there railings on the side of the stairs?
Yeah, there are. They're not super high, but yeah, there are railings.
Yeah. Slump grabs the railings, and if you can imagine, like he grabs them on either side, like a gymnast, and he's just fucking hoofing it down the stairs, like jumping as many stairs at a time as he can, just to go down the stairs as fast as he fucking can.
Yep.
To get to where Jake and Lou are.
Yep, I'm going to say there's going to be one action by Jake and Lou before you get there, but definitely the speed means one action from them, and you guys will all be together. So, Jake and Lou, you have 5 giant monster monkeys shooting thunder at you. What do you want to do?
I think priority is, I'm going to assume, is the door like giant monkey sized?
It is not.
Yeah, let's get on the other side of that door and fucking close it. So that is absolute priority. Absolute priority is get back on the other side, close it, and then I want to like one arm my backpack, try to like hook Lou up and start getting her going because she does not look great. And I'm going to start looking for that flashbang, but I think that might take a sec.
Okay. We're going to roll to act under pressure here. And this is going to basically see how much of what you get done. So, act under pressure is roll plus cool.
Damn it, Lou.
Oh, wait, Lou, did you roll to act under pressure?
Oh, I thought you meant both of us do.
No, I'm
so sorry.
Thank God, only Jake. We're not going to look at Lou's roll. Doesn't count.
Who's Lou? I don't know what you guys are even talking about. Lou what?
Yeah.
Jake, after going from anxious to panicked, just immediately you composed yourself. It's like somehow this is, as far as you're concerned, this is the apocalypse. This is
slow and smooth as fast, slow and smooth.
Yeah, exactly. You immediately recognize that you need to get the door closed. The door isn't big enough for the monkeys to come through. It is largely non-conductive with the rubber ceiling. And if you get out there and get the door closed, you should be okay, enough to buy yourself a couple seconds. And a flashbang would go a long ways to helping you with that. And with a 13, you absolutely reach into your pocket with one hand, easily find the flashbang in amongst the half a dozen other things you have in all your pockets. You kind of, at the same time as Lou is getting up, kind of help her up because she looks literally on death's door, and close the door behind you. And just as the door is closing, you toss a flashbang in there, which flashes, and you hear a lot of apes very, very angrily yell because they fucking hate the light. And you get the door closed without problem. And I'm going to give you a couple steps up the stairs too, because a 13 is a very, very, very strong roll.
I'm trying to kind of keep my shit together, seeing how jacked up Lou is. And I'm just going to try to be calm and go, all right, here we go. Up steps.
Yes. And this is now something I need to talk about, because when you dip below 4 harm, you lose 1 harm per every X measurement of time. You have wounds.
Oh my God.
You have wounds that are progressing rather than improving. So you see that Lou is technically alive right now, but it's a condition. It is a situation that is actively deteriorating.
Just to mechanics question. So that last fail was enough to level me up? Does that do anything?
Oh, the 4 that we're not counting?
No.
Oh, the 2.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Wait,
and all
is
your
that
health's
right?
back.
I think that's right. Yeah, exactly.
I know, video
Wow,
fucking
right?
video game level up, yeah. Okay, so this isn't necessarily a rule, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say that if you guys were to find a way to restore some health, or medicate or hospitalize Lou, without progressing further in the tower, I'm not going to make Lou lose more health before you do that as an artifact of the level up. So I'm not going to put you on a timer. I'm not going to put you on an hourglass, but as long as you are making an effort to remediate that situation.
Yeah, we've seen Galdrick do his Healy Juju, so I figured I would just be beeline into Creepy Face to see if he can slap some burn off her.
Am I within range now?
I will say. Yeah, that one action means that you guys meet further down the stairs than up the stairs. And Slump and Galdrick, what you see is Jake looks super fucked up. His hair is a little bit fried. He looks a little bit toasty from a blast of lightning. And Lou looks like she's about to fall over dead. Like she looks like more of a moving corpse than a living human.
Slump stops and he sort of like raises his hands like, oh my God, what's happening? And says,
Whoa, you guys, how fast you guys going down the stairs? You guys fall on the stairs?
God, I hug his head from the top side. I'm just like, precious. I've been around for centuries, and you were just the most precious thing I've ever seen.
Slump looks up like fucking Sloth from the Goonies and gives Galdrick a weird like on his shoulder ride hug and goes,
Slump love teeny top.
Yeah. Okay, help me down.
Okay, Slump, like the most gentle you have ever fucking seen anyone do anything. It's so fucking delicately takes Galdrick so softly off his shoulders and places him so fucking softly on the ground that you can't even hear his feet make contact with the stairs.
All of this like dilly-dallying this is the first time I think you've seen Jake get like visibly upset.
Okay, all right, calm down. I don't want to
fucking look at the state of her. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
As
She's
soon as
fine.
Jake,
First I gotta take a look at you.
And
I
as
want
soon
to
as Jake says, just as a quick interjection, as soon as Jake says that, Slump holds his massive fucking wiener schnitzel finger up to Jake's lips and says,
Don't swear at teeny tot.
All right. I'm gonna start like inspecting you. I'm gonna like adjust my glasses, even though I don't have any. I'm just gonna be like, all right, let's see. Yeah. You're gonna die. But I can stop it. Here we go. And I put like just one little finger on your nose, and I want to do lay on hands.
And what does lay on hands do again? Oh no, Galdrick. Galdrick, I'd like to talk to Venalis right now. Venalis, if you roll bad,
if I miss, she dies.
If you kill my wife,
Oh boy.
if you kill my wife in this campaign,
Happy birthday.
on my
I was literally
if you kill my wife on my campaign on my birthday, it's gonna be bad. I want you to know that the stakes right now for you could not be higher. Could not for you, Venalis. Stakes could not be higher.
Okay. All right, keeper. All right, you want to go at it, huh?
Yeah. Come on. Do it.
Monkey.
I put myself in this situation. Like, let's be real.
Huh?
I mean, I was the first one down.
Laser monkey man.
I'm just saying.
She only dies if I roll less than a 7.
oh my God.
Oh my God, that's really high though.
We got like a 44% chance here.
Please do not tell me to write my wife's fucking character death on my birthday.
a little bit of player knowledge is gonna leak in, but let's try to make this thing. Do I have any? Oh fuck! I'm gonna use preparedness. So wait, if he fails on his thing, does she take is she just dead, or does she take the 1 harm?
She takes 1 harm.
I want to see if I have anything. I'm gonna use preparedness to try to stabilize her while Galdrick does his fucking I don't understand bullshit. So if I can get one harm to like get her level that even if he fucks up, she's not going to die. That's what I would like to do. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to just try.
Okay. Let's have Venalis roll.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, hold on. I'm making
No
sure I
pressure.
double read this, okay?
No
Okay?
pressure.
This is so horribly worded, okay?
Hey,
On a
you know
7 to 9, you can heal the harm or an illness as on a 10+, but you take it into yourself. Okay, so so here we go. 10+. Big bucks, no whammies. Here we go.
All right, here it is.
D6.
Let's send it.
Oh my god, I'm so
Let's send it.
nervous.
I know,
There
it's
we
tense.
go.
Yep.
I feel bad. I'm the first one who went down there too.
Okay,
Here we go.
There we go. You guys ready? I gotta
Here
use
it
the
comes.
restroom. I'll be right back.
No pressure.
Oh,
No pressure. Don't kill my wife.
No, no.
Oh my god.
Well, that's it, guys. We're gonna call the stream there.
And
I apologize.
so I put my finger on your nose, and I'm like, "All right, don't worry. As long as they're true of spirit, this will save her."
Slump is just clapping. for
I
the
go,
best
wait,
of my
I'm
ability.
not that.
So I am gonna say. I'm gonna say that because Jake said he was gonna try to help out, we're gonna move that from a 6 to a 7. We're gonna add the +1 to that, so that I don't kill my wife on my fucking birthday.
Wow, talk about
I
abuse.
feel bad about
am I right?
Do you want me to
Nepotism.
roll for it?
Okay, fine. We'll roll for it. Jake. This now moves to you. Don't kill my wife on my birthday, you bunch of
Now it's
fucking
all
dicks.
on math. It's all on.
I just want to say, this is the thing I was talking about when I said, please don't die during the minor part of the fucking episode. Jake, please roll to help out.
Did my Discord just explode? Sorry.
I still hear you.
I still hear you.
Hi.
Oh my god. Okay.
Roll
all
to
on
help
you now.
out. Please don't kill my wife. Please don't kill my wife on my
Is
birthday.
it help out, or was it the preparedness to see if I had medical supplies?
You definitely had it. Now you need to use it. You need to see if you can actually help out.
Oh, and
Damn it.
help
I was
out
going to be
is
like,
plus
whatever is the plus more, yeah.
cool. Oh, nice. No, my plus cool is replaced by plus sharp.
All right, please don't kill my wife. Oh my god. Thank fuck.
I
Thank
want to apologize
fuck.
to everybody about this. That's on
Don't
me.
worry. I'm gonna roll again right now, and it's gonna be a 12. Okay.
Okay, so on a 7 to 9, you expose yourself. You grant them +1 to their roll, but you also expose yourself to trouble or danger. So we move Galdrick's roll from a 6 to a 7, which means going from killing my wife to not killing her.
Yay!
My God, you guys!
Oh, man.
We haven't even entered the episode proper yet. You successfully don't fucking wipe my wife off the face of the planet. And instead, actually, how much do you heal for on a 7 to 9?
2. But the way it works is if I fuck it up, I take the harm. So if it's a 7, the harm's transferred to me.
What, all the arm? Oh, what? On lay on hands?
The one
On
harm.
a 7 to 9, you can heal the harm and illness as on a 10+, but you take the harm into yourself.
What's the harm on a 10 plus? It's just you heal and you take the harm that she had?
No, it's the amount you're healing, right?
I take 2 harm from that.
Oh, okay. So you heal
Okay,
Lou
yeah.
for 2 and you hurt yourself for 2.
Yep.
Okay. But you have 2 armor as the divine. So basically your holy aura is just a little bit less radiant. And you still feel basically fine. Lou, You feel like you need a hospital bed right now, but you don't actually feel like you're looking at the pearly gates of heaven. And Jake, because a mixed success means that you take the harm, you take the one harm that would have been dealt by the lay on hands, and you get a real nasty inky electric shock transferred from Galdrick through Lou to you. So you take the one harm.
Okay.
My
Well, boys.
holy fuck, you guys!
All right. See, I'm so good. All right. Let's get
Holy
at it.
shit.
Slump is
Galdrick just completely
Thank
thinks
you,
it's all him, by
everybody.
the way.
Slump is clapping his hands, looking at Galdrick, going, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
Yes.
All right. You're all there. Lou looks like she needs some medical attention, but isn't actively about to die. Jake looks pretty bad, I think, because you took 3 harm from the lightning, and you just took another 1 harm from Galdrick, so you also need a hospital.
And 1 from the boat.
And 1
right?
from the boat, so you actually look
Oh, no.
real fucking bad. Jake
Yeah,
now,
me and Lou are both at 5.
yeah. You guys both look like you need professional medical attention fucking ASAP.
I immediately walk over to Jake. I'm like, what's wrong? Don't worry, I'll fix you too. And I touch him.
Oh my god!
Lay on hands.
All right,
Here we
roll
go.
a lay on hands.
Already did. I just hit that 10.
Okay, holy shit. So you heal him for 2?
Yep.
Okay, so that brings you above the hospitalization limit. So you're actually,
Yeah.
you feel real beat up, but you feel like a stiff drink and a good night's sleep might do you good.
All right. So once that sort of kicks in, my brain starts fucking working again, and I'll sort of process all this and look up at Galdrick. I'll look at Slump first, and then I'll stop and I'll look at Galdrick.
Yeah.
The fucking the big. Remember those big old monkeys?
Yeah.
There's fucking 5 of them downstairs. 5
Yeah,
of
why-
them.
I know. Why do you think we went up?
You knew there were 5 of them fucking down there?
Yeah, we should go
everybody knew.
back upstairs.
Fucking Mr.
Right.
Wizard upstairs, busier than a moth and mitten. We need to get the fuck out of here.
No, we need to go upstairs and see if we can make them stop. Or, help them. Who knows? Let's go.
It's Slump. Okay, okay. As soon as Galdrick says that, I want to pick up. Slump wants to pick up both Lou and Jake, one under each arm, and just start running back up the stairs with Galdrick on his shoulders.
All right. The 4-person slump caravan heads up the stairs.
Yes.
And you're
If I
met
can
with
see
the...
Lou like from across Slump's gut, I'll look over at her and just be like apologizing to her because I feel like I led that and it went poorly.
Also, Tech, are you able to show a Discord image on stream? Like, are you able to open the original and put it in a browser?
yeah, probably.
Yeah, because I want to
Yep, I
show
think so.
people an updated picture of Slump, in case they're wondering.
Yeah, you got it.
Ooh.
Where is it now? There it is. Because it's topical. So if you just click it and then hit open original, it's perfect for what's happening right now.
Perfect. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. There's Slump.
So they're talking over this.
Yep. My God.
So amazing. That's got to be the biggest belly button I've ever seen in my whole life.
Sometimes Slump find num-nums in there.
Yuck.
That's wonderful, buddy.
Yuck.
So Lou's waving her hands and pointing at herself like, no, Jake, that's on me. I did that. It was my own fault.
And the smell of rotting bodies meets you. And I guess actually it's been long enough that you hear this sound of wood scraping against metal, and there's a little bit of light shining on the pile of bodies as you hear the sound of something passing through air, and then you hear kind of a loud metal pang as you see a body come spiraling down the center shaft of the lighthouse and land on the top of the pile of bodies in the middle here.
When that happens, I want to look at the other two that went downstairs and be like, could have saved him. Now he's dead.
Oh, man.
That's all right. We'll save the next one. I'm sure there's at least 3 more up there. Nope,
Question
4.
Question for the keeper.
Yeah.
How warm is the body?
The body the body is stone fucking cold.
Oh,
There's a
man.
little bit of residual heat on the face, but other than that, the entire body is completely stone cold.
Okay. Slump just like turns to look at the body that just hit the floor and sort of looks up at Galdrick, sort of implying non-verbally as to whether or not he wants Slump to stop here to look at the bodies or to keep going upstairs.
I kind of just nudge with like my nose to keep going.
Okay, Slump just keeps on motoring upstairs. One butthole under each arm, Galdrick on top.
Nice.
I deserve
All right.
this.
All right. So, what pace are you going up the stairs at?
And not at like the ridiculous fucking that he was going down the stairs.
Yeah.
But so he's going at a measured pace where like
Yep.
he's got his eyes forward and he's taking in his surroundings. So if something were to be out of place, he would catch it, and he's not going to end up bumbling through any doorway at the top.
Yep. All right. So as you proceed your way up, there's the railing on the side that every now and then has a splatter of blood where one of the heads of one of these corpses slammed into it on its way down the center of the tower. And as you get up there, you hear a very loud humming sound that comes from the basement of the tower. And it kind of builds and builds into this very loud, kind of unsettling humming sound. And then you kind of hear that humming make its way past you through the stone up to the, like, kind of from the bottom up to the top. And as you make your way up the stairs, you hear kind of the muted mumblings of a man's voice. And when you arrive at the end of the stairs, there is a fine wooden door. It doesn't look heavy duty. It doesn't look utilitarian. It actually looks quite nice. A very nice wooden door up at the top of the stairs.
Is there a crack under the door?
I mean, technically yes, but we're talking a real tiny crack. But yes, there is no rubber ceiling on this door.
When we hear that hum pass by us, I'll explain to Galdrick and I guess passively Salome that the lightning monkeys, now to sort of elaborate on that, the spikes that we saw in the monkey cave led to spikes in here. There was a huge ass fucking battery, and Lou pieced together that the power is probably coming in under the lake, goes into that capacitor, and then comes up, which we just heard, into whatever the fuck he's doing up here. Just so Galdrick has a picture of how we put it together.
Yeah, passing on that knowledge to the other players. Yeah.
I wasn't listening even in the slightest. Well, what? Monkeys? Yeah, we've seen them.
Remember all right. So remember the monkey had the middle bars?
Uh-huh.
And he'd grab onto him and be like, zap, zap, ball of juice come out?
Me,
So
ball juice. It's gross.
Yep. So all that came under the river, and I'm gonna slow it down for him now.
Just
Do like a little
getting
wave
weirder.
motion with my hand, like you're under the river. And they came to some other ones downstairs, and I'm pointing like down, like sort of mocking a room. They got a big old battery, takes all the monkey juice, and we just heard that hum go up. That was probably the monkey juice going on up
monkey juice.
to do whatever fucking this guy's doing.
You can see
I look
Slump
down
is
at the
in-
bodies.
Sorry, go ahead.
I look up. I connect electricity, and I say, I think I might know what it is. Been done before, but never successfully. All right, I can't wait to do this. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think I would have any notes on this particular. Well, I guess we never addressed this. Do I just have notes on like every fucking monster that exists, or only the ones I've come in contact with?
You have notes on weavers loosely. You don't often see the weavers. You have a lot of notes on familiars. So like lightning monkeys, you've got notes on them. But like Frankenstein type things, notes are pretty loose. You don't have any real notes on people reanimating corpses or something like that. That's not a familiar, so you don't have notes on that.
All right, so that would require Haven use to get anything, which we are
Yeah.
fucking far away from. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Got it.
We continue walking up the stairs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
well,
at the
since
door,
we're
at this very
fine
nice door. Yep.
So Slump sort of looks at Jake, and you can see that he's been trying to process all this information, and says,
So, door downstairs, bad.
I'll just nod real big for him. Yeah, you got it,
like,
bud.
yes, door bad. Slump looks at him and says,
So, maybe upstairs door bad.
No. Upstairs is where the treats are.
Treats?
and now Slump is staring at the door, his eyes widening further and further.
Oh yeah, Jake reads into that, and I got one hand on a knife and one hand on a juju bag.
Yeah, really.
Oh God!
Okay, put these two down.
Slump like lower Slump a little bit more roughly than he is with Galdrick, just sort of like lets go of.
Yep.
Okay.
I
Blomp.
slump. I slowly pointed the door. Smash.
And with two hammer fists, I'd fucking hit the door as hard as Slump can. I was gonna sound like a little bit more careful about this, but fucking too late now.
Oh my God! Oh, this is my nightmare.
It's the element of surprise. He's never gonna know.
He's never gonna know what's happening.
I think you
Okay.
did tell us to be the heroes.
Yep.
You
That's
forget what my
exactly right.
mission
He's
is?
so right.
Okay.
That's okay.
Oh, that's true.
Slump has 7 harm, 2 shield, and takes 1 harm less on everything. And he's taking up the entire doorway. We learned that it's a normal sized, fine looking door.
Yep.
So if
Yep.
there's anything shitty on the other side, it's gonna hit Slump. And he's got the most health and the most shield, and he's already got it in his head that the Zoom water car is a
Yep. No, you're absolutely right. And honestly, that does make a huge difference. So I had a lot of cool stuff written down for when you guys open the door a little bit and peek inside and learn what's going on in there. But I guess none of that fucking matters anymore, does it? So you just kind of smash down the door and all right, I need my notes now. You see.
Tell us what we would have seen, just because I'm curious from
Yeah.
a lore standpoint.
Yeah.
But now tell us what
Yeah,
we do,
right,
and then
good
tell us
call.
what we do see. I want to
Yeah.
know what we would have seen, and now I want to know what we do.
Exactly. So I'm going to kind of tell you more detail than you can probably glean from this moment that you see. So what you see is a very nice room. It's got fine, very nicely laid hardwood floors. It's got a series of oil paintings hanging on the walls, and these big bay windows all around that give a beautiful look of the lake, which to most of you looks like there's a raging storm, maybe a kilometer or 0.4 of a mile for you Freedom Unit weirdos out there. And except for Lou, who sees no storm, just sees a beautiful lake all the way around with a thin ribbon of ink about a kilometer out. You see 2 large tables in the middle of the room. One of them has a large object on top of it that's covered in a white cloth. And there is a frantic, weirdly skinny looking doctor individual actively pulling at levers and pressing buttons on a steampunk looking machine kind of in between the 2 beds. And on the far side of the room, there is a very fine gentleman in a clean three-piece suit and a top hat. He's holding an umbrella, but the top of the umbrella is not what you would normally see. It looks like a Faraday cage, which, if you don't know, it looks like a lot of very fine, small squares of metallic mesh in one hand, and in the other hand, he's got a glass of brandy, which I imagine, upon his door being fucking exploded, he drops.
Okay.
Wow, things are sure different than I expected. So I guess we're gonna skip past a whole bunch of other shit that possibly could have maybe happened, and instead, what he
Is
does.
this your first campaign? Is this your first?
I mean,
Nope.
So
Is this your first campaign with me?
Is this your first campaign? My God, man! Come on now. All right. Okay. You know what? This is a learning experience.
I didn't mean it. I take it back. Undo.
When the DM says, when the DM says, when the keeper says, hey guys, I put some super lethal shit into this little interlude. That means don't knock down doors. By the way, just FYI, when you knock down doors, when the keeper has gone out of his way to say, hey guys, I'm gonna kill your characters if you fuck around, then shit like this happens, because the very fine gentleman with the umbrella, he, upon seeing the door crash down, drops his glass of brandy, which shatters on the floor. And as he looks to you immediately with this look of like utter horror and disgust, and his umbrella folds up instead of folding down. And it's got these 5 prongs where, like what we're suspending, the mesh. And what you see on the ceiling, so I guess what you see above the 2 beds were these giant electrodes, huge fucking comical cartoonish electrodes descending from the ceiling just above each of the beds. And up on the ceiling, covering the entire ceiling, are very small electrodes. They look just like little needle points. Well, they're thicker than needle points. They're maybe an inch thick. Kind of needles all along the ceiling with lightning flickering between them, electricity flickering between them. And when he folds his umbrella up and makes those 5 prongs, all the electricity seems to creep along these small prongs on the ceiling and gathers just above him and strikes in this giant bolt of lightning down onto his upwards folded umbrella and blasts like a fucking Gatling cannon of lightning at the doorway. And Slump, you take 5 harm.
Okay.
Which means you take 4 harm.
Yeah.
And 2 of that goes to your armor.
Your shield. Yeah.
Yeah. So you take 2 harm. Exactly. Yeah. So this was an This would have almost killed a normal human being. Well, a normal human, this would have annihilated completely. A heroic human, this would almost kill. And a Slump, this just really hurts.
Okay. I want to dominate his mind.
Okay. Interesting. Oh my God. How the fuck does that stupid ability work? Damn it! How does fucking characters monstrous mental dominion. When you gaze into a normal human's eyes and exert your will over them, roll plus charm. On a 10 plus, you can give them 3 commands. On a 7 to 9, you can give them 1 command. And on a miss, you do not control them. So you roll plus charm.
Okay, which is -1 for slump.
No.
Oh, come on, man.
Damn it. I'm going to say on a purely personal level, I'm a little bit glad you didn't trivialize my fucking lightning Gatling cannon fucking Weaver with a single dominate mind, by the way.
I was going to tell him to immediately turn the umbrella on himself.
Oh my God.
That would have been so good.
No, that would have been bad. That would have been awful. That would have been the fucking worst thing. So you gaze into his mind, and I will say that because this is an ability and it does have an effect, rather than unloading a second gout of lightning at you, he pauses for just a second as you see the lightning in the ceiling gathering and creeping towards him, about to unleash another 5 harm blast.
Can I throw a piece of the fucking shattered door at his head before I turn around to run back down the stairs?
I would say yes. Okay. Oh well, let's do act under pressure. Roll to act under pressure first to see just you can throw it, and we'll see what happens. So act under pressure is plus cool. Oh, and you mark experience for that 6 too.
Okay.
My God, Slump is the leveling fucking machine, man.
Wasn't there something where like I switch cool?
That's
for
true.
Weird?
Yeah, weird. That's right. You roll plus weird because of your whatever the fuck that ability's called.
Oh, then wouldn't that have affected the mental dominion?
Dominion is plus. Ah, fuck. Wait, this is plus cool, right?
Yeah, but which one gets switched out for weird?
It's unholy strength. You roll plus weird instead of plus tough.
Oh, that's just for unholy strength.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no more switching.
You could later on, if you want to get unnatural appeal, you could roll plus weird instead of plus charm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So for now, then, I'm rolling plus cool to act under pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well,
dude, Slump is the fucking experience machine. So,
yep.
I will say that you pick up a shattered piece of door, you throw it at him, which just kind of misses and breaks one of his windows, and he unloads another gout of lightning, which, as you turn to run down the stairs, blasts Scaldrick for 5 harm.
Oh my God. I mean, is he now at 1? Didn't he take some harm?
Oh my God, that's right. No, wait, because he had 2 armor.
I only had 1, so I had 2 armor. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, and so do I only take 3 from that because of the way my armor is?
The armor goes away once it's used up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I take the full 5.
Yeah, exactly. You take the full 5. You're feeling bad.
Oh my God. Okay. As we turn, as Slump turns around to run down and it hits Galdrick, I basically want to fucking catapult Galdrick onto my shoulders and grab Lou and Jake and start hoofing it down the stairs, just fucking leaping as many stairs at a time as I can.
Yep.
Water car.
The moment I get hit,
yeah,
I want to. The moment I get hit, I want to cast out evil.
Okay. I wanna. Yeah. Okay. No, that's cool. That's
wait,
fine.
he's not a natural. He's human, right?
He is. So essentially, the
Fucking
way.
wizard.
Yeah. So the way essentially is beings of ink, woven completely of ink, or manipulators of ink, will fall into this category. So if they can use ink or are made of ink, they fall into this category. So he does fall into this category. Okay.
He's banished.
So now I want to say something because I had to look up this ability because I knew how strong it was. This isn't like D&D where you banish them to another plane of existence. You just move them somewhere else.
Yeah. Right.
Put him in the
He's
room
still
with the fucking
alive
zapping
somewhere.
monkey.
Yeah, so theoretically,
I like that.
just saying, he might already be at the bottom of the stairs when you get there.
Yeah.
But
Either way, the banished creature is unharmed, and you have no control over where it goes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
But the keeper does. And
The-
man, keeper, we are looking a little rough, right?
Yeah.
Right, Keeper?
Sure would be a
Right.
shame to have a TPK on your birthday stream.
That's what I'm saying,
Your
guys.
birthday, no less.
So I'm not going to put him in your way. I don't think punishing a successful fucking cast out evil is a shitty, stupid thing to do. So he just blasted again, and what you see is you actually see less electricity. And we're talking as you guys are leaving. There's no way to act on this information. This is just information for you to have. Is as you are leaving, you see less electricity gathering between those top electrodes after he blasted 2 Gatling gun gouts of thunder at you. There was less lightning in the ceiling. And he's like, as he's fucking cocking his umbrella lightning shotgun Gatling cannon, he just kind of evaporates and is no longer there as you guys are leaving. But
Does he drop his umbrella?
no, that goes with him.
Fuck.
But there is still the weird skinny doctor guy up there, freaking out and throwing switches in the room as you guys are leaving.
Oh, I thought they were the same person.
Nope, two people in there.
Yeah, me too.
One creepy doctor guy, one very fine gentleman. As you guys are leaving, he evaporates.
So the dude has a Faraday cage also? The doctor?
No, the doctor has no Faraday cage.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Right now you have Lou and Galdrick who need hospitalization.
Yeah, so I just want to basically keep hauling ass down towards the front door to get out to the fucking boat.
Yeah, so with no one else making an effort to change it, you guys will be heading to the boat. Anybody going to do anything about that? Stop it or anything like that?
Ah, man, it's gonna suck to leave and have to do this again, but we need to get to a fucking hospital.
You know, we
kinda never
learned
took care
so
of
much.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't
so
want to lay on hands myself, but I don't want to be the one that kills myself.
That would be rough.
So when we get outside towards the boat, basically I want to imagine me, because I don't get the impression that Lou or Jake are particularly big, like thick bodies.
Not at all.
I want to just shift one of them so that I've got 2 in the same arm, like I'm carrying a bunch of toddlers.
Yep.
And with the other arm, grab the front of the boat and fucking haul it into the water.
Yeah.
Like grab it and just sort of toss it into the water.
Yeah.
And then run up to it and like pick up Lou and Jake by sort of like the scruff of their collar, like a fucking mama cat picking up a baby cat.
Yeah.
And lower them into the boat. And then once again, taking an extra few seconds, ever so gently, taking Galdrick off of my shoulders and placing him into the boat and patting the hair on his head a little bit after he sets him down.
Yeah.
And saying,
Nice, Mr. Man. Nice, Mr. Teeny Tot.
and then so the engine, everything's still working.
Yeah, everything is totally. It doesn't look nice, but nothing functionally has been damaged on this boat.
Is there any sort of paddle or anything like in the boat?
Not really. Basically, you need to turn on the booster on the back and the anti-grav unit to get it upright, and then once it's going at speed, it will hydroplane on the fins. So basically, you need to get this thing going quick, which if you just fire up the engines and turn it to full blast right away, it will get the speed it needs pretty quick.
Okay. So Slump looks at Jake and says,
You okay to drive the Zoom Zoom water car, Mr. Man, or does Slump need a paddle?
I'll look real quick at like the acid, disgusting lake. Like, no, we get like, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think that I'll know that I can just fucking like jiffy start it. Like I'll do it properly. Like go to the back, turn on the grab.
Yeah, exactly. You saw Jimmy use it, you saw Sam working on it, you did drive it yourself, you saw the launching protocol. I'm gonna say you basically know enough to get this thing going without a roll, because so help me fuck, if you guys die on this island, I quit the campaign. So
okay, well hold on, how about this? Could I roll to just use my existing knowledge of the hover bikes to get like the quick start going, or like figure it out?
Yeah,
and if I don't, I just do it the way I saw them do it, which would be slow.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So what that would be?
I have no fucking idea.
That can be. Why don't you read a bad situation?
What can it? Okay.
Yeah. Read a bad situation. So that is plus sharp. Oh my god! If you rolled a 6 or lower, I was actually gonna say the boat explodes and you all die, and we're gonna start a new campaign next week. So.
Oh my god!
That's why I prefaced it with the condition of a failure would just mean I do it slower, right?
Yeah. So basically, when you read a bad situation, you're basically identifying what the problems are, or what the differences are, or what the how to protect things, which is basically how to do this your way rather than the other way.
So that's the best way to protect the victim. Do this quicker.
Exactly. So I will say with that. Yeah, exactly. So on a 7 to 9, you do get one of those. So yeah, what's the way to do this quicker? And yeah, using a little bit of your hoverbike knowledge, you are able to get this thing jump started in a big fucking hurry, and you guys are rocketing across the gray water. Now you do see the Sharknado starting to form again, and you do see that awful fucking storm. But Lou, with her sight, can navigate you guys through the... You've got enough of a lead that you can avoid the Sharknado, and Lou can see where the breaks in the ink ribbon are to navigate you guys through it without much issue. And you guys can land back on the docks at the kind of back on the main town kind of docks.
Ooh-wee.
Okay. Now basically Slump wants to pick them all back up again the same way.
Yep.
And head for the nearest hospital.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
good old Slump.
I've had a bunch of water and I have to go pee. So, you guys can head straight to the hospital and get yourself healed up. And the outside of the town is kind of where the hospital is, and you can't enter the town proper because you realize there's something happening in the main town. Something that you forgot about. And I will tell you what that is in about 45 seconds when I get back. So you guys can RP the hospital where you all get healed up.
Lightning fear.
So despite Galdrick taking these unbelievable quantities of supernatural, ethereal, and electrical damages, Slump producing from somewhere, a pocket unseen, takes out a tiny band-aid with a semi-innocuous looking cartoon kitten on the bandage part, and very gingerly places it across the forehead of the wide-eyed, gaping smiled, creepy fucking Galdrick, just ever so gently with his massive cucumber fingers, putting it on his forehead, and says,
There you go, Mr. Teeny Tot. All better.
I just want to look at you like awkwardly. And just be like, thanks. Because I'm so beat up, can I have like a tiny tear in my skin that just like has like some awkward vapor coming out of it instead of blood?
Oh no.
Slump sees it and says,
Mr. Teeny Tot, you steaming.
Oh yeah, that's normal. Don't worry about that.
Slump just shrugs his shoulders. He doesn't fucking know any better. He figures maybe if people are hurt badly enough, they steam.
Yeah. I reapply the band-aid on the other side. Like I push it down, make sure it's good.
I'm back. What happened?
Excellent. Slump produced from a pocket that no one really knew about a tiny band-aid with an innocuous cartoon kitten on the bandage component. And despite Galdrick having taken these unbelievable amounts of ethereal, supernatural, and electrical damages, just put it across his forehead and said,
There you go, Mr. Teeny Tot. All better.
And then Galdrick looked up at me with his unending smile and just said, thanks. And he said that after taking all this damage, there was a small tear in his skin through which some weird vapor was coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Slump said,
Mr. Teeny Tot, you're steaming.
and he said, yeah, that's normal. And Slump just shrugged.
All right. So, you guys, let's go back to the character page. Just to give you guys something nice to look at, this fantastic artwork. You guys are back in town. And as you are leaving the hospital, you notice something on the ground. It looks like snow.
Cocaine.
Well, it looks like snow, but the flakes are huge. And it's not cold out. And let me get my notes so I say this properly. Yeah.
We forget.
Something that you didn't know existed in real life, but your characters would definitely know existed. Because what's on the ground isn't snow. When you touch it, it's actually paper. And it's confetti. And they're all shaped like little hands. It's all a bunch of white, hand-shaped confetti, kind of covering the ground here and there. And
It's smaller than a normal hand, right?
They're perfectly normal sized for hand-shaped confetti.
So, kind of like
Oh my goodness.
baby sized.
I guess maybe a baby's hand would be this big, but as far as confetti goes, it's completely fucking normal.
All right.
And that makes you realize what day it is. Today is a very special day. Today is a great day.
Okay.
But it's not just a great day, it is great
Your
day.
birthday?
Today is great day, which is God's birthday. You totally forgot. You got all wound up, all confused with the goings on, and you totally forgot that today is great day. The most fantastic holiday that you guys could experience. In the distance, you hear it now, and it's one of the famous Great Day celebration theme songs, which I tried to make, but I couldn't, so you don't actually get to hear it.
Okay.
We totally know what you're talking about. Don't worry.
Exactly. So just imagine exactly what God's birthday theme song would be, and you hear that in the distance.
Oh, nice.
USSR national anthem, yeah.
And just a little bit of information. This day has become a non-religious event. It was initially started by a large religious group who believed that everything was imagined into existence by a god that existed outside of their reality. It was a relatively harmless religion that promoted positivity and collaboration and creativity, but it eventually fell out of the mainstream because it didn't. Power and control and domination were no part of this religion. The one major holiday that they had, though, which was God's birthday, stayed, and this was called Great Day. This was a celebration of all the wonderful things that existed, and giving thanks to the mighty God for creating them and his immense, hyper-intelligent, hyper-creative brain. People would often give gifts of silly nature to pay homage to the creativity of God for coming up with some of the crazy things that existed. Like cows. A creature with 4 stomachs? That's fucking hilarious. Truly, only a hilarious and creatively brilliant God could come up with such a silly animal. And I was wondering, what are some of the silly things that the mighty God creator created that you guys think is fantastic?
Slump kicks a can in the street and says,
Slump hate Great Day. Oh, so boring.
All right, so Slump hates the whole holiday.
I scratch behind Slump's ear, and I'm just like, don't worry. It's not actually for another 2 months. Trust me, I know the guy.
Is he a cake or pie or cupcake kind of guy? How's he roll?
He's a dick.
Wow!
This is taking a turn.
Galdrick loses 2 health just suddenly.
Oh no!
Voice from head to this.
I just start screaming. You can win the dead.
Galdrick, you hear a voice in your head, and it's Jingles, the butler, saying, "Sir, I believe the boss is unhappy with some of your conductings. I might advise to perhaps avoid the subjects you're talking about, sir."
Fine. He's great. He's wonderful. He loves cupcakes with lots of frosting.
You feel like you healed 2 harm back.
Truly a benevolent God.
Yeah, let's get some fucking cupcakes, y'all.
Michael never had to deal with this shit.
Oh my God. Oh, it's so good.
People, I guess not you, but I guess normal people also give thanks for having a chance to live through this wonderful life. As such, they're... I know.
It's just my character.
No, that's fine. That's totally fine. No, fuck you guys. I don't care. Who gives a shit?
Slump looks down at his fucking gigantic melted candle-like body and looks up at the sky and says,
Why is Slump made to suffer? Why do you hate Slump?
God feels like he's realizing maybe not everybody got a fair shake at life.
Wow, a real growing moment for God.
Slump picks up a rock and throws it at the sky as hard as he can, and it hits a passing plane and kills 178 people.
My God. This is the worst fucking thing ever.
And that's the fucked up part, man. It's just 2d6.
Okay, well, some people are happy with where they are, and they have giant communal feasts where the whole community in town bands together in loving collaboration, friendship, where they forget past harms and they just come together for one day, except for, I guess, 4 motherfucking assholes who just hate everything no matter what.
I said we should get cupcakes, man.
3 motherfucking assholes who hate everything. So most of the town, most of the streets are lined with vendors and events and feasts and activities. And there's kind of like gates, very non-secure gates, just like archways with kind of tenders to people entering the fair, the activities, the carnival, the festival. And they've got a big bucket of candies that they are giving out to people as they enter in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys have a couple candies if you so choose, before you go into the festival. Now, these candies are designed to make you. These are very much adult confectionaries that will alter your mind. They're designed to make you creative and open and loosen you up, and you can have as many as you want. But before you motherfuckers just say, I eat a whole fucking fistful, blah, 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 I'm gonna warn you that they have a mechanical effect. They will help you in some ways and hurt you in other ways. In terms of just like when you try to do something, you're going to get a +1 or a -1 based on what you're trying to do, based on the number of candies you ate. So each candy is going to give you a +1 or a -1 to the shit that you try to do when you're in the festival. They have no toxic effect. Basically, when you go to bed, the effect of the candy wears off overnight, and there is no residual effect. They're just a fun thing for Great Day. You can eat as many candies as you'd like. Who is going to partake in some adult candies? And
Slump.
I know, and please.
2 giant handfuls into his mouth. Wrappers and all. 2 giant slump handfuls.
My God. You heard the part where I said they're mechanically important, right? Like you heard it when I Discord didn't cut out, right? You heard that all?
Huge, like as big as his gigantic cinder block hands can pull into his mouth, wrappers and all.
Okay, well, I mean, the only amount that matters is 12, right? Because if you roll a 12, you get it guaranteed, and if you roll a fucking 0, you get nothing. So basically, going forward, whatever Slump is trying to do, it's either going like you don't even roll dice anymore. If it's a thing that the candy helps, you succeed the most you could ever succeed. And if it's a thing the candy hurts, you have there's nothing in the universe that could possibly save you.
Okay, good.
You feel very happy, and you feel like, I guess because Slump is maybe more simple-minded, if you had Play-Doh or Silly Putty, you could build something just so awesome.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Slump is fucking astronomical at this point. How many candies does anybody else want to have?
Ooh, candy. I'll take 1.
All right, 1 candy. You feel good. You feel loosened up. Your mind is expanded a little bit. Like it almost feels you get a little bit of that nostalgic feeling of what it was like before you were confined in this human body. Back when you were stretched out to infinity and you had no borders or boundaries, you get just a taste of that with this candy. Jake?
Are they wrapped?
They are, yep, they're wrapped. They're like little brain gummy candies.
Sure, I'll grab like 5 or 6, stick them in my pocket, and just eat 1 right now.
So as you kind of put the rest in your pocket, one of the fair tenders says, "Oh, we do prefer that you have them all either right now or just not at all. It's altering your experience once you're in there. It's not a great idea. It's just choose the level that you want to experience it at out here, and then just go in and just have fun. But altering your experience once you're in there is not the most advisable thing."
Yeah, you got it, Chief. And I will just sort of like still eat just the 1 and see if I can like palm the other 4.
All right. What the fuck kind of roll would that be?
I don't even know. If it's hard, I'll just
roll under pressure because they're looking right at him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Roll under pressure. So that is plus cool. Oh yeah. Yep. No, you just stick 4 in your pocket. You eat 1. You feel good. You feel relaxed. You feel open-minded, and you kind of look like you're dropping a couple in there, and then you palm the rest and stick them in your pocket. No problem. Lou, how many candies do you want?
Lou's wary of seeing more since she started to see her new leaky friend.
Yeah.
So she just has the 1 that she's used to having every year.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. You eat 1, and you feel a little bit loosened up. You feel a little bit more in tune with the weave, like you're just one with the cosmic flow of the universe, man. But not too much.
Oh my god.
Basically, you mostly feel like you.
Dude, it's like I've never even looked at my hand before. Have you seen my hand?
Slump just goes.
Yeah, no, Slump is no longer able to communicate properly. Slump has a minus 10 million to communication. So Slump can communicate through stares and screams. My God, I knew it. I've got it all in caps in my fucking notes. Is please understand these have mechanical impacts.
Man, at this point, it's not his fault. You know that stuff's gonna happen.
I know. All right.
Okay, so what happens next?
Okay, so now.
Tech.
Oh,
Tech.
can you hear me?
There you go. Yep.
Okay, I must
There it is.
have fat fingered something. Okay, so as you guys are entering into the carnival, into the fair, into the festivities, there are so many things to do. Shit. I was supposed to get something ready and I don't have it. So, I'm going to write them out into D20 what's available. And just know that maybe some of them aren't as ironed out and fleshed out as they could be. And actually, what I wanted... Well, no, I'll write out the options first. So the options are...
Ooh.
I feel like some of these are kind of targeted.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And now, I would actually like to ask... So we have horseshoe toss, laser pistol duels, hover cycle racing, chewing tobacco spittoon competition, chili eating competition, and drinking competition. And I was wondering if anyone in chat could think of another fun event that these guys could take part in. While you guys decide if any of those tickle your fancy.
Slump likes both the chili eating competition and horseshoes.
Awesome. Okay.
Are we like fucking right as rain after Space Hospital,
Yeah,
or are we still pretty?
Nah,
jacked
you're
up?
all 100% fucking good. So you wanted to do chili eating was one of them? Slump?
Sorry, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Chili eating. All right. Would anyone else like to partake in the chili eating competition?
If it's free chili, maybe. If not, no.
It's free chili, but it does come with a warning that this shit is hot. This is not a free meal. This is a test of endurance.
Oh, it's like super spicy, not like how much can you eat?
Nope, this is like fucking dynamite chili. How much can you eat before you pass out or barf?
No, I'm good.
Wow, nice.
No, nobody else?
No, not me. No.
Okay. So Slump.
Yep.
As you are kind of taking a seat at this big, long wooden table that's kind of on the side of the road in front of a bunch of shop fronts. You have like 6 bowls of chili in front of you, and I guess for you they're not that big. For a normal person, these are daunting bowls of chili. Like unless you're doing this for a competition, a normal person wouldn't even eat one whole bowl. These are big. Okay. These are big bowls of chili. Okay. And you sit right next to this kind of scrawny, bobble-headed, frazzled-looking woman. And she's got like wide, slightly askew eyes, like they kind of look in 2 different directions a little bit. Okay. and she's kind of staring down at her chili, and her head's kind of wobbling back and forth a little bit. And then she looks over to you, and she says, "You're a big one."
Slump grabs her chili bowl and chugs it.
Okay. I would say you take 1 harm, but you don't.
And aren't I immune to sickness anyways?
Yep.
Being immortal.
Yep.
Okay. Excellent.
So you just pound that, and she says, "Wow, that's real impressive. My name's Birdie. You're a big one, aren't you?" Yeah, that sounds like about right after you eat a whole bowl of chili like that.
Okay, I want to eat all 6 bowls of my chili as fast as I can. Are they like going up and increasing spiciness?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
No, like
I'm gonna slam the first bowl and see how it goes now.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I just finished hers too, her first bowl, but now I'm gonna slam my first bowl.
All right. So it is like for anyone else that would have taken part, this one would have been almost unbearable. Like you would have realized that you sat down for the wrong competition. And I guess Birdie just like you put her bowl back in front of her, and she's just like, "I'm done." And and then you slam one, and because you're just such a fucking monster, it's spicy.
Okay.
It's not a big deal.
Okay.
And when you slam yours, Birdie looks over and she says, "Hey, you want a great day gift?"
Slump is looking back and thinking, "Why, yes, my fair maiden. A great day gift sounds fun." And he says,
You kind of a bit of chili spittle comes out and hits her in the face, and she kind of got this big, mostly toothless grin. She's like, "That sounds great," and she reaches into her pocket and she pulls out like 3 firecrackers. That they do not look safe, man. These firecrackers, these are not professionally made, legit up to code firecrackers, man.
Excellent.
And she's like, "Here you go. They're my favorite."
I want to set one off immediately.
Yeah, it blows up, and like it's not a hand grenade, but it's too close to a hand grenade. It explodes, and I think it blows off a couple bowls of chili just off the table. And Birdie just starts laughing. She's like, "I love those things. They're my favorite firecrackers." And she sets one off too, and it blows off a couple more bowls of chili, like all over the other competitors.
What are the event organizers doing?
Yeah, so they look over, and I mean, on like great day chili eating, it's never a clean. Like this always ends in a giant fucking mess. Barfing, puking, throwing, fighting, screaming,
shitting.
The shitting. Yeah. Just this is a splash zone event. So like they're like, you can see a couple of them be like, all right, yeah, very funny. Maybe take it easy, guys. Come on now.
Okay.
And Birdie kind of like sticks a couple more in her pocket. She's like, "I'm gonna save these for later."
So she gave Slump 2 of them, right?
She gave 3 of them, and you blew up 1. You have 2 left. Yep.
Okay. Slump eats the other 2.
Oh my god.
He enjoyed her laugh so much that he wants to make her laugh doing something else, but he's also really impulsive and doesn't understand consequences. So he pops the other 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that would definitely be 2 harm normally. That's a major thing for a normal human to do. And so you're gonna take 1 harm for that.
And just affect my 1 shield then.
Exactly. It takes off one of your armor, and I'm gonna say like you feel some of your teeth loosen up a little bit.
Okay.
And like you can feel the ache, but no actual like pain. Okay. And then like a fucking comic, smoke starts shooting out of your ears.
Okay.
And Birdie just like stares at you like in absolute fucking horror. Like she was so ready to jump on board with you, and then you did that. And she's like, "That's fucking amazing!" And she just starts just pounding, like there's only one bowl of chili left and it's the hottest one. And so she just pulls it towards her and she just starts going to fucking town on this. And she gets maybe 4 scoops in before like you can see tears starting to run down her eyes and her ears start to ooze and her nose starts to run.
God.
And she's like, I think I need the bathroom.
It's trying to like help out. Like Slump doesn't understand, but he knows that sometimes when he eats too much all at once, Galdrick will try to burp him. He slaps her.
Okay. I guess this is going to be help out.
Yep.
This is going to be roll plus cool.
-1.
Oh my
So
God.
sorry.
Yep. Slump.
Oh my.
Bye, Birdie.
Oh, no.
Slump,
Oh,
the experience machine. Mark another fucking experience, Slump.
Oh, no.
The poor sucker who has never fucking successfully made a roll. You slap her,
Oh my
and you
Do people
slap.
often die on Great Day?
Not usually. Not usually.
No, oh no. Oh no.
And I'm gonna say you slap her, but you aim a little bit too low, and you hit the fucking pocket full of firecrackers in her pocket.
Oh no.
And they, like 4 of them go off at once.
Oh, God.
And now it is like a hand grenade. And it blows a hole in the fucking table and literally rips off most of her fucking leg.
Oh my God, man.
Slum just looks at her and like on repeat is just going.
Oh boy.
And she's matching it. She's like, ah! 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 And
Slum bumps the table and his bowl of chili falls in her open leg wound.
it's one giant long fucking table. All of the chili goes flying all over the place as Slump gets up. And she is just fucking screaming bloody murder. But what you can see with her fucking askew wall-eyed eyes is that she's got a giant fucking smile on as she is bleeding profusely. She is in unbelievable amounts of pain and in need of immediate medical attention, but she is almost laughing in her screaming. And a couple of couple of festivity officials come over and kind of put her on a stretcher and carry her off, and she's giving you double thumbs up as she's being carted off.
Okay. All right.
You can hear
All
that
right.
was fucking awesome. That was fucking great. My leg's off.
Slump is still screaming in horror, but he sees like her screaming with a smile on, so he's sort of smiling but still screaming. Just and now he wants to leave. He's not. He wants to be done with that.
Big day for Slump.
Doesn't
Yeah.
understand
Yep.
what happened.
Yeah.
And he just wants to go.
All right. And what was the other one that you wanted to do?
Horseshoe toss.
Horseshoe toss. All right.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to go to the horseshoe toss?
I'll
Who wants to
follow.
do that? Yeah, let's all go.
Okay. As you get there are 2 people doing horseshoe toss. It is by far the least popular event that you can do on Great Day because it involves
Awesome.
throwing fucking horseshoes at a pin. And
Hey, it's fucking fun, all right? I play it in real
Yeah,
life.
Jesus,
I play it
God.
with Aaron all the time.
lamest, dumbest, most boring sport on the planet.
No.
Requires no skill or and gives no enjoyment.
How very dare you? Yeah.
And as one of the guys is kind of done tossing horseshoes, like, man, this kind of sucks, and then he walks away. And the other individual,
What the Oh my God.
I want to use my juju bag on him.
I don't know why that's this is fucking boring, man. What the fuck?
yeah, no, he's seen what the bear has. He figured he'd try some horseshoe toss, and it turns out it's a boring, dumb sport, and he hates it.
Okay. Jesus Christ. All right. Okay. Fuck me. Plump looks like he has never been more excited in his life.
I'm with a Slump for guys. Yeah, screw it.
Okay.
You wanted to do something with the juju bag?
I maybe I shouldn't. I don't know if the brain gummies are making me feel more mischievous or anything like that, but it would not be a safe thing to do. So.
All right. Well, the other individual here tossing horseshoes, having a genuinely great time, is Tom.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Tom's here. He's just quietly throwing horseshoes. He's got a big smile on his face. You figure he's probably had a couple candies, and he's feeling great. And he's just totally digging the horseshoe toss, man. He loves it. It's not dangerous. It's not dangerous. It's calming. You don't feel bad when you lose. It's not hyper competitive. He's just having fun tossing horseshoes, man.
Okay.
And as you approach him, he's got a big smile on his face, and he looks over and he says, "Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Have a great day."
Slump says,
Oh, hey, Tom.
so what he really says is,
I was just gonna say, like, whatever you say actually comes out in a prolonged scream or just a blank stare.
yeah.
Okay, so Slump screams at him, and he just kind of smiles. He's like, "That's great, Slump."
Yeah, he had a lot of candy.
I can tell. One eye has no pupil, and the other one is only pupil.
Yeah.
He's had a bunch of candy. Hey, you guys want a great day gift?
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds about right. He kind of reaches into a bag that he has, and he pulls out a bunch of bagged milk, just small bags of milk. He says, "Here you guys go."
What?
No.
This was fucking Space Canada.
Eastern Space Canada.
And he says, "Here you guys go. Figure, cows are pretty hilarious. And putting their milk in bags is pretty crazy. So have a great day. You guys want to play some horseshoes?"
Slump just stares at him.
Sure.
You guys are free to play horseshoes in RP as much or as little as you'd like. There's no rules for it. It's fucking horseshoes.
Oh no, we're gonna roll.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, we're rolling for it. Are my rolls affected by the fucking approximately 170 candies I ate?
Okay, so I guess that depends. Are you rolling to have a good time, or are you rolling to hit the pin with any accuracy?
I guess Slump. Horseshoe seems like a simple enough sport that Slump would understand. So Slump is rolling to hit the pin, but he's a big guy and he's pretty strong, and he's at 170 candies.
Yeah, no, you are actively picking up horseshoes and throwing them in every random direction possible. You're throwing it's a natural negative a million for you. So every time you pick up a horseshoe to toss it at the pin, you end up just turning the other direction and hurling it at passersby. You hurl it at other events. You hurl them way up into the sky. You throw them at buildings. Maybe in your massive frantic hurling, you actually hit the pin, but you throw it so fucking hard it just pulls the pin over into the fucking ground.
Okay.
And every time you throw one, it's a natural negative a million, and it does something absolutely ridiculous.
Okay. All right.
So
excellent.
I was gonna juju bag the guy that hated horseshoes, but seeing Slump as this like horseshoe rocketing fucking trebuchet,
Yep.
I'm gonna point out the guy if I see him in the crowd again.
Yep.
Hey, if you hit that pin, you get yourself 1,000,000 points.
Slump looks at him, picks up a horseshoe, goes and throws it as hard as he possibly can.
You hit Jake
up
right
to
in the
fire like
face.
Hit who? Sorry.
You hit Jake right in the face because you have negative a million accuracy.
Oh my god!
And there's no way you could hit anything.
Oh, it does 12 harm. Jake's dead.
Take a nap.
I'm gonna say the like, because you're so tall that basically it just skips off the top of Jake's head.
Bing.
One harm from a horseshoe. Nothing crazy, because he wasn't aiming for you, but he also for sure didn't hit the thing he was aiming at. And you take 1 harm for the very big man throwing a horseshoe that skips off the top of your head.
Well, my mischief has been punished. I'm gonna sit down and just do
So Slump is like, imagine a dog that's really excited for his owner to come home. That Slump sort of stepping up and down and looking at Jake with a big stupid smile on his face, like he thinks he somehow fucking did what Jake wanted him to, and he's waiting for a reward.
By any
I have
chance,
another candy in my pocket. I'll just throw it to him.
How's that? Eat the wrapper and all. Just inhale it.
Oh my god.
by any chance, does that mean Slump levels because he just failed so many rolls?
Oh
Oh
that's
my
a good
god.
point. I should just be trying to roll everything. I did just level up. I did just fucking level.
I will.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Holy shit.
No,
Hell
hold
yeah.
on. The keeper didn't think this through all the way.
No, it's
Keeper.
too late. It's too late.
Keeper
It's too
maybe miscalculated with some of the fucking rules here.
I'd like to
Listen,
throw
it's
a
great
dozen
day.
horseshoes.
Oh my fuck. This
How
is
about I can only
Yeah,
get
exactly.
one experience? That's it.
I was gonna say,
I
I'll,
can't give more.
yeah, I'll give you 1 experience for the whole thing because you chose to fail every single fucking roll.
Yep.
Yeah, but we're not gonna
no,
give an
well,
experience per thing. That levels you up.
No. Yep. That
Oh my
legitimately
god!
levels me up.
Wow. All right.
That's amazing.
Holy fuck! And you were gonna
we
pick
can deal with that. We
yeah.
can deal with that later. If you want.
Yeah. Oh well, you were gonna pick the Divine's 2 more armor, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, now you have 4 armor, and you take 1 less
7
harm from everything.
4 armor.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Great.
Yep. All right. Anybody else want to throw horseshoes?
I was going to, but Slump took the one out of my hand and threw that too.
Oh, that's true.
Oh my god, I'm gonna pass out. Awesome.
Yeah, Tom was he was like having fun, gently throwing horseshoes kind of thing. And I imagine he like picked one up and he's kind of lining it up. He doesn't really care if he makes it, but as soon as he tosses it, Slump with like weird fucking space cat reflexes smacks it out of the air and just eats the whole horseshoe.
Once the horseshoes are gone, Slump picks up Galdrick and throws them.
Oh my god.
The ringer on those fucking creepy ass teeth.
Oh my god.
Galdrick, you gonna do anything about it, or are you just gonna go for a ride?
I'm gonna try to aim for the pole.
All right, you're gonna try to aim you, because I was gonna say he is not throwing you at the pole. He is throwing you the wrong way. He's throwing you at the side of a building. So I guess roll to help out. Roll to help Slump throw you at the pin.
Absolutely not. If he's aiming me at a building,
Yep.
I'm gonna banish the building. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to.
It's a building of pure good and true altruism. There's no banishing it.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm just gonna hold my spear out in like a.
Oh no!
I'm just gonna hold my spear towards
There
me
you
like
go.
a Superman-like,
That's what I was
very
gonna say.
Aquaman-like
Yes.
fashion.
All
See
right.
if they can like brace my impact at all.
Fucking awesome.
I'm just gonna practice this maneuver. I feel like we might be in
Yes.
combat eventually.
Yes.
We've already used the spear. This is not gonna work.
Yeah,
it's
this
gonna-
is fine.
Oh, yes. Fucking awesome.
Okay, so let's see.
Roll to kick some ass.
Yeah, really.
You take 1 harm and the building takes 1 harm.
So I guess are you actually you're aiming to hit the building with your is this
I'm aiming to hit the building?
all right? This is definitely kick some ass. You're gonna try to kick this building's ass.
Okay. Let's do it.
That is plus tough. All right, so you're gonna kick the shit out of this building. You and the target deal harm to each other, and there's an additional effect. You can inflict terrible harm by dealing 1 more harm. You suffer less harm. You take 1 less harm. You force them where you want them, but let's be honest here. You ain't moving the building for shit. And you can also take 1 forward, which makes your next rolls +1.
I'll take the next roll +1.
Okay.
That seems very min-maxy. I'll go with it.
There you go.
All right.
Nice.
And my God. Okay. You wanted to use the trident, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was aiming for pinpoint accuracy.
Yeah, awesome. You drive that trident straight into the stone. It sticks in like a very solidly made trident. You probably only get the middle prong jammed into the wooden side of the building. Maybe the other prongs start to stick into the wood. And you bonk your head on the you're going at such an incredible rate that you kind of go ass over tea kettle and bonk your head on the side of the building and take one harm, and then you pull your trident out. It is that kind of magical, crazy sharpness effect that you experienced the first time doesn't seem to be happening. And when you turn to remark on whatever the fuck just happened, you see Slump vanish from existence.
I'm sorry?
And then
What now?
and then Lou vanishes from existence.
White guy blinking effect? What?
Hey, wait.
And then Jake vanishes from existence.
And
And
look up. Come on!
This is great day.
And Tom kind of looks around like, who are you talking to? And then he blinks out of existence.
We just got apocalypsed.
I would like to get my Galdrick's smile, and I kind of want to look up, and actually kind of like a serious mode, and I want to say, my mission already complete?
You hear Jingles kind of chime in like with a little bing, bing, bing. It says, sir, I've got a message. Says, no, sir, you're not finished quite yet. Keep doing great work down there. Everything is aces. Great work, but definitely not done yet. Sorry, sir.
Oh.
Slump and Jake and Lou, you see Galdrick looking around with, I guess, somewhat of a sense of panic in his eyes. In his weirdly staring eyes.
I don't have a panic. I am happy as shit.
Okay, you see him looking around and then staring up.
Okay.
Man, that candy was strong.
Slump just says,
Mr. Teeny Tot?
Do I hear it?
You do hear it.
Ah!
And Slump is right
Where are
there.
you?
Slump is right there.
oh.
Do I see him?
Yeah, you see him.
You okay, Mr. Teeny Tot? You looking around?
Or I guess.
That's right, yeah, the whole time. Yeah, and then Jake and Lou were right there.
So they just blinked out for a few seconds.
Yeah, they're gone again.
Oh my God.
What on earth?
What the fuck? Can I put 2 and 2 that this had anything to do with my staff or my trident?
It does seem like using your staff to, like, the moment your staff impacted, there was a sense of something happening. And you feel like these two might be correlated.
Can I try to investigate that? Would I have any knowledge of properties like this? Like, I'm going D&D here, but like, what?
Yeah.
How would my guy make this connect? How would he identify? Because I know it's unidentified, but how would I identify it?
Yeah. Okay. So this is, if you know anything about D&D, bring any D&D like rules you want in, because I know D&D better as well, and we can definitely hash it out D&D style. So I would say usually by using these weapons, you can naturally kind of attune to them, like in D&D. That'll help you identify them. And what you're starting to get the sense is that this weapon wasn't necessarily unidentified. It is unidentifiable.
Interesting.
Like, the magic effect it has is not the magic effect it will have.
Because the last time it cut through, like,
last time
Yeah.
it was a
Back
fucking
to butter.
lightsaber.
Yeah.
now it's making your party members blink in and out of existence.
And I will say, from
Chaos kind of thing.
Slump and Jake and Lou, nothing has changed.
Okay.
You guys are not blinking in and out of existence for each other.
Okay. So you can make other people disappear from your own vision, but you can still hear. What a fucking pointless. She's terrifying and useless. Okay. All right.
All right. I want to take my staff, and I want to stab the building one more time.
All right.
Just want to see if it's solid, see if it goes through it. Like, what the? That's new.
Oh my fuck. All right. All right. They all blink back into existence. And you feel like something is a little bit different, but you don't know what.
Slump.
Yeah.
No,
God.
that's not the effect.
I stab the wall again.
Oh my god.
I just want to see if I've turned Slump back to normal.
Slump is normal. He's fucking with you. The candies have fucked his voice up.
Oh, okay. So he says slump, and slump just goes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Okay. When you stam it, when you
I look at Jake's Nokia phones, and now they're Motorola's.
It's not a world I want to live in anymore.
you look at Jake's Motorola phones, and your face turns green like their screens.
Oh God. It's not the first time.
All right. You guys are done with the horseshoes. Yep. And now I'm going to say you guys move on to events that I had custom tailored for you guys. Those were just fun ones. So the first one, and you don't have to do this event. I've set it up, but I don't want to make you guys do these if you don't feel like it.
We're doing it.
If you want to, you can.
We're doing it.
Yeah. The first one is a hover cycle engine assembly speed competition.
Oh, Slump's taking part in that for sure.
That which is explicitly for Jake. Slump can't see it. Jake's the only one that sees it as you're going by, and Jake gets to decide whether or not he wants to take part in that.
Yeah, do they have tools that I'm familiar with, or do they use a bunch of dumb shit?
No, it is. You can bring your own tools, and they also have a set of completely standard engine assembly tools.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I have a backup multi-tool since mine is melted in part of the boat. If I do, I will participate.
Shall
I roll preparedness?
Yeah, roll preparedness. Yeah, let's see.
I don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure it's sharp, but
I think it is sharp.
it is sharp.
Yeah. Cool. What's mixed success?
On 7 to 9, you have it, but it's not here. It'll take a second to get it.
Okay, so it's in your shop. You don't have it with you.
Fuck it. All right, why not? Let's do it.
All right. So you sign up, and you kind of put your hands over the contour of the engine to kind of get a sense of what model and make this engine is. And as you do, you realize that your hands are just a little bit fumbly. You feel like the candy, not going to help you with this. You see a couple other... You had one candy?
Yeah, the other ones are in my pocket.
That's right. Okay, so you feel like maybe you're just a little bit less coordinated than you would be. There are a few other people here. Most of them you do not recognize. They're like lone wolf hovercycle cowboys or amateur mechanics or people who do it in their free time kind of thing. And you figure even with this one candy, you're probably okay. So the first one is going to be to see if you can figure out what's wrong with the engine, because just looking at it on a cursory inspection looks okay. So why don't you roll to investigate a mystery? Investigate a mystery is plus sharp.
Sharp, all right.
You get to ask 2 questions, which is like, what happened here? What sort of creature is it? Doesn't count. So I'm only going to read you the ones that are relevant. So
should I do the what is being concealed here?
Yeah, that's a good one. It looks like the interstitial converter has oversplurged on the reverse spark manifold.
Oh, easy peasy.
Exactly.
Just spark manifold. Yeah, okay.
There you go. Yeah, so you're good with that. And so the next roll is you're going to have to assess how to fix it. So you know what's wrong, and now you got to see if you can figure out how to fix this interstitial converter that's oversplurged on the reverse spark manifold. So why don't you roll to read a bad situation?
Also sharp. Okay, cool.
Damn. Okay. So you figure you're probably going to need to drain the flux sparger, but you're going to need to remove the rotovap and float the Gauss chain first. On the, you see someone else. They bend like the manifold backwards, and it blows this giant, dusty, oily blast of exhaust in their face, and they kind of tap out of the competition. And with you adequately reading the bad situation and figuring out how to fix this, you do exactly what that complicated thing was that I said. But someone else, they kind of see what you're doing, and they try to do the same thing. But you do this quick maneuver as you realize, one thing needs to take place before the other. And they're not quite as quick as you, and they jam their hand into a sharp vent, and it literally just shreds their hand. And they hold up their kind of bloody, shredded fingers, and they're like, I'm out. I'm out.
Working on these things while they're on?
No. It's just sharp. It's just a set of sharp vents, and his hand kind of slipped, and he slammed his hand into a sharp grated vent kind of thing, and just the impact shredded his hands. So, as you are kind of twisting and cranking and fixing, you realize that there is a massive buildup of the back pressure of the flux in the Della chamber. So I need you to roll to act under pressure to stop that from becoming a major issue.
And yes.
9, yep. So with a mixed success, there's like you catch it just a little bit late. There's a little bit of a bending in part of the like chamber that holds this shit, and but you eventually do release it before anything actually breaks. And someone else, you hear like a ping and a giant venting of like a hot plasma burns their leg, and they also tap out of the competition.
We need to call OSHA on these motherfuckers.
So now there's just 2 of you left. By the video game rule of 3, you're down to just you and one other person.
I don't know this guy.
Well, now that the rest have left, you see someone that you didn't notice when this first started. Someone that you do recognize as a direct competitor to your family's garage. Hannah Cannon. jaw cut from stone,
Motherfucking bitch.
calloused but sure hands, a tank top with the name of her garage on it at an angle across her chest that reads Uppercuts. The sleeveless shirt showing her sinewy arms, strong from repetitive motions that strengthened only very specific sets of muscles, kind of making her arms look just a little bit weird. And I'm going to need you to roll to act under pressure to beat Hannah Cannon in this repair off.
Okay.
Ooh, no, that's mixed success. I'm going to say, in the old 90s movies, you're kind of furiously working away at this, realizing that you're now up against the direct, legitimate industrial competition. You're working furiously, and you see her sure hands, just without pause, fixing and twisting and cranking, and you hear the whir of her engine start up as she raises her hand. And she's like, done. And just out of rote memory, you keep on going as you hear her engine cough and sputter and die for a second. As you finish yours and the entire engine hums to life very calmly and cleanly, and your engine is running nicely, and you have beaten Hannah Cannon in the engine repair off. And Hannah doesn't have a great day gift for you because she's wearing a black leather jacket with greased hair and she didn't give a shit. No, she doesn't. She's just didn't bring gifts, I guess, because I forgot to give her a gift to give anyone. So she just kind of throws her wrench down and huffs off. And you have won.
Nice. Is Slump watching?
Slump was watching.
He claps and says, "Well done, Jake." So he claps and goes,
yeah. The next event is for Galdrick, if he so chooses. This, Galdrick, is a test of pain.
"Oh my god."
It is.
I want to take her jacket.
There is a bench top with a bunch of boxes on the top of the bench top, and a small hole cut in the top of each box, just big enough for someone to stick a hand into. This is a competition to see who's brave enough and who's tough enough who's the bravest and toughest of them all. Would you like to partake in this display of endurance?
Sure.
All right. So you're met with very typical fair men and women who look like they could fucking chew thumbtacks or something like that, and they all stand up to the boxes. And the first box, it's got a bit of a floral scent to it, and you don't hear anything inside the box. And the question is, would you... you have +1 harm that you can take for every candy that you ate. You just ate the one?
God damn it, yeah.
Yeah. So you have +1 harm that you can
you
take.
want to do this one? Never mind, it's mine.
And so the first box smells a little bit floral. You don't hear anything. And everyone puts their hand above the box. And on the count of 3, you can choose to put your hand in the box or be disqualified. Would you like to put your hand inside the box?
Yeah, sure.
You dive your hand into the box, and it feels like stings, almost like bee stings. Not bad, but it definitely like prickles. And you take 1 harm. And when you pull your hand out, it's covered in thistle flowers. Not the worst thing in the world, but it hurt. And you hear one guy far down the bench say, "Oh my God, there's really things in here that hurt. Fuck this. I thought this was a joke game. That fucking hurt my hand. Fuck this shit." And he just leaves. He's like trying to pull the fucking
response.
he
It's
just
just flowers. You're literally running from flowers.
That hurt my hand. I can't go to work tomorrow. My hand's all fucked up.
Oh, that's just pathetic.
I'm a hand model.
Are you really?
No, well, I could be. I was looking to maybe see if I could become a hand model.
Okay.
Wow, I'm never gonna be a hand model. And he just storms off.
I recognize his voice. Did we take your shoes?
He looks back in like abject horror as he like looks over your shoulder and sees Slump, and then he just desperately tries to like limp away. You notice that one foot doesn't quite work as well as the other foot. Monster! There's a monster back there! It took my foot!
As soon as he looks at Slump just, as much as possible, but unintentionally mimics Galdrick's massive fucking smile.
Oh my god.
That's something we need some artwork of right there.
Galdrick and Slump with the same smile? God, nightmare fuel. Yeah, no, he's like limping. Not limping, but like hopping away because one foot doesn't fucking work anymore. The second box, there's a smell of metal, smell of iron from the box, and again, no sound from it. And everyone's allowed to put their hand above it. And there's a count to 3. Would you like to put your hand in the second box?
Oh, absolutely, please, yes.
You put your hand in the second box, and there's like a crushing, puncturing feeling that's like hot. It's like someone jamming hot nails into your hand, and you take 2 harm. And
Why is this
when you take your hand out, it is punctured by hot fucking nails.
Oh my fucking god.
And
I would like to remain extremely calm. Just like, it's not my real body. It's fine.
that's kind of what I had in my mind when Galdrick was doing this, is this kind of creepily calm test of pain. Whereas someone else pulls their hand out and they're like, holy fucking shit. That I need a fucking hospital. There's fucking hot nails in this shitty box. My hand is fucked up now. What the? And he taps out. He's like, this is a fucked up game. Who the fuck thought this was a good idea for Great Day? This is a shit day.
Yeah, you're gonna lose. I'm gonna win.
And now you come to the third and final box. You can smell nothing, but when you put your ear to it, you hear little snipping sounds, like 100 pairs of tiny scissors. And there are 2 people left. There's this one big beefcake woman who puts her ear to the box. She says, yeah, nah, fuck this. I'm not about to stick my hand in there and lose fingers for a stupid fucking game on Great Day. Enjoy your victory, losers. And she just walks away, and leaving you with one other person. And you recognize him. It's Gork from the noodle shop. He has a big, rough, heavy black cowboy hat and thick black fabric duster. His face is covered in scars. His hands are covered in scars. He's fucking thick boy. And he rolls up his sleeve and he looks at you and he gives you a wink and he's ready to stick his hand in.
Okay.
You ready on the count of 3?
Sorry, phrasing.
Are you gonna do it on the count of 3?
Yeah.
You stick your hand in, and there is the distinct sensation of, just like you thought, little scissors cutting your hands over and over and over and over again. And Gork just looks straight into your eyes. You both take 1 harm, and a couple seconds pass. And you both take another harm, and a couple seconds pass. And you just tell me when you're ready to pull your hand out. Kind of keep track of where your harm's at. Because you take another harm.
Wait. I gotta pull up my sheet. whilst I'm 1, 2, 3 is what you said.
Yeah.
I'm going to I'm gonna cast Lay on Hands on myself.
Oh my god.
Yes, do it.
My god.
Yep, there you go. That's so you heal for 2, and then you take the harm.
Yeah, so no, I would only 10 plus, no wait, no, that's the wrong one. 10 plus on a 7 to 9, you can heal harm or illness as on a +1. No, so I'd only heal for 1.
Okay, you heal 1. That is a big deal because another 1 harm passes. Where are you at for harm?
I've got 1 left.
Yeah, because Gork just falls over.
Oh my god.
Gork, no!
Oh my god.
He
Gork?
fucking just keels over, hand still in the fucking box, just fucking falls over face forward, face slams into the table, and he kind of ragdolls backwards and just crumples onto the ground.
Jesus Christ.
Do I win?
And then an officiator walks over to you and holds your hand up, like helps you take your hand out of the snipping box and holds your hand up.
I wanted to look like I put my hand in the garbage. It just looks so horrible. I
Yeah.
pull it up. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, no, it is.
Oh!
It is.
And I kind of want to look around as if like I'm supposed to be in a lot of pain. I'm like, ah!
Yeah, no, you see a couple people like turn and they throw up, and a couple of people like, what the fuck kind of great day is this? This is an awful day. Who designed these stupid fucking awful bad games? You won. There's no prize.
The prize is friendship.
The prize was watching Gork die before your eyes. Revel in that.
I'm gonna make our noodles now.
The next
that's
event.
probably for the best. Hopefully, we can get somebody who knows how to make them with broth.
No,
next time.
garbage.
There it is.
They
There
would
it
die
is.
immediately.
Slum violently throws up everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So does God. You guys are there's the skies open up and rain clouds form and it rains vomit on you. The third one that you can do, Lou, you realize that you usually actually tell fortunes on Great Day, and your ship is parked.
Oh shit, I'm late.
Yeah, exactly. Your ship is parked nearby, and you could easily start handing out some fortunes if you want.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you kind of mosey on over to your ship. I suppose you kind of pop open the side, the storefront with all the crystals and dream catchers and feathers and whatnot kind of pop out, and your little fortune-telling desk is there, and you're ready to tell some fortunes. So you're good to tell some fortunes?
Oh, really? Can you guys hear me right now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. What I'm saying is, absolutely, I almost died, so I'm extra tuned in.
Okay, and you also had a candy, and the candy gives you +1 for becoming one with the premonitions.
Oh, that's so good, because usually I just make it up. You guys are lucky.
Do we see her go do her thing?
Yeah. You guys kind of.
Listen, guys. I gotta be at this place. I was meant to be there before, and I'm sorry, but I got a job to do.
You guys follow over there. Jake, you're, you got a bit of soot on your hands, a little bit of grease. Galdrick, you're basically missing a hand. And Slump is just screaming and staring, alternating between the two.
I would like to get in line to have my fortune told.
Oh, shit!
Nice.
I love this.
Nice.
Okay. So you're actually second in line. The first person is a small child. that's first in line, super excited. They toss a couple credit chips up on top of the table. It's not quite enough for a fortune. You usually charge a little bit, but yeah, so it's not quite enough for a fortune. What would you like to say? And the child's like, I want to know what the weather's going to be tomorrow.
Fuck off, kid.
That's not very helpful. I say, hello, dear. Come on in.
I want to know the weather. I want to know what the weather is tomorrow. Is that going to rain? Is that going to rain tomorrow?
Do I have any kind of weather app on like any kind of electronic device?
Oh my god. Yeah, you could totally fucking do that. Yeah, you've got a hack jack and you could totally pop it open and check the weather for tomorrow.
Do you want to explain what a hack jack is for Venalis? Because I don't think he's been in the world with a
this is a this is a
fuck is a hack jack?
Hack jack is the
like a flapjack?
most OP tool you could ever imagine. And as soon as you guys start realizing how powerful this thing is, I'm gonna need to start reworking my campaign. Hackjack, it's like the size of a pen in its length, but it is uniform in its dimensions. It's just kind of a neat cylindrical pen-sized metal cylinder. It's got like a magnetic end, so either end could magnetically attach to a metal surface, and whenever you attach it to something or just pop it open by, I don't know, tapping on it, talking to it, I don't know, whatever the fuck you want, a holographic screen pops out, and the screen is customized to whatever you would like it to look like. And the hackjack can interface with just about anything that has an electrical system in it. So if you want to open a door, some doors don't have knobs. You just literally throw the hack jack at the door. It magnetically sticks to it, and the holographic screen pops out. Then you interface with the holographic screen to open the door, or pilot a ship, or whatever else you want to do. If it has an electrical component, your hack jack can interface with it. However, the more encrypted it is, or the more basic the electric system, the harder it is to interface with it. Usually, people only use it to interface with things that were designed to be interfaced with. But you can kind of ramrod it to interface with whatever the fuck you want. So it is your cell phone, your door opener, your hacking tool, your everything, and it's called a hack jack.
I wasn't listening at all. Could you repeat? I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. It's my fucking birthday, you guys.
Not anymore.
I'm on the West Coast.
Yeah, he's got 40 more minutes.
I got 40 more minutes of birthday.
Okay, fine.
So yeah, Lou, you can pop open your hack jack and very obviously be surfing the internet in front of this small child.
Oh, okay.
You wanna try to do it discreetly?
Tell the kid it's a magic wand. Fuck it, it's a kid.
It's a magical like he's never seen one before.
Yeah. Or you can just do a premonition. I built this around the idea that you would use premonitions, or you can try to sneak in a hack jack.
You know, I feel like I want to impress this kid, give him what he, came for, and I would like to use a premonition, yes.
Okay, roll for a premonition.
I sure will do that. To do that, I do premonition, which is plus weird. And my weird, as we've seen, is +2. Dang.
Oh, man.
She's so good at her job.
Lou, who has never, ever apparently had a good fucking premonition. You kind of close your eyes and you're ready to just kind of give a fake premonition, be like, oh, it's gonna rain tomorrow. You close your eyes and you start to gesture that you're seeing the infinite beyond. And then your third eye opens up and you see the child again. And then everything else around the child falls away. And it's just a child floating in darkness. And then you hear the rumble of thunder. And this giant cloud starts to form in the abyss of the sky above. And lightning starts to arc between the clouds. And you hear the roar of one of those lightning monkeys in the distance. And then you see this giant thunderbolt strike right down next to the child, and it doesn't kill the child, and then you snap back to reality.
Yeah, it's gonna be sunny.
Honestly, right?
And the kid's just looking at you, wide, big doe eyes, kind of excited smile. What's the weather gonna be? What's the weather gonna be?
My friend, it will be stormy, so enjoy the sun while you have it.
I hate the sun. The sun sucks.
Well then, good news!
I hate the storms.
Wait,
Fucking horseshoe kid over here.
He just kind of like huffs at it, like, that's a stupid fortune. I hate the fortune.
Oh.
well, a merry great day to you, child.
Hear him outside. He's like, Mom, stupid fortune. Stupid fortune.
Jeez, everyone's a critic. God.
Mom, I need more credits. I want to go play horseshoes. And then the next person is fucking Jake.
Oh, hello, Jake.
Hey, hey, Lou.
This is my ship. I usually tell fortunes out of here. You can see I have my implements along the walls to, focus the energies. Did you just want to visit, or were you,
No, I mean, if it's not too weird, support local businesses and stuff, right?
Oh, wonderful. Oh, all right. Well, let me see here. I'll go and try and pick appropriate things off the bookshelves. Like a wrench, a bottle filled with black liquid, and a book. And I'll arrange them in front of me on the desk.
All right, and roll for premonition. Okay, thank God. I was gonna say,
Give her a thing like to look at, or is it just a general premonition?
this one's just gonna be a general premonition.
Okay.
Now, how does premonitions work? I was just fucking around with the other kid, but I guess we're playing it for real now. Premonition.
It's do you have it?
Just opening it now. Premonition. Mixed success, you get clouded images of something bad that is yet to happen. Mark experience if you stop it. Okay.
Ooh, okay. I'll have to remember what we see.
So I'm gonna give you guys something real. Oh man.
You getting struck by lightning again?
Yeah, really.
Oh man, holy shit. Wasn't expecting to give a real premonition. I guess. Okay. I actually know. Yeah, okay, I know. You might already have figured this out, but we'll see. You see Jake at the top of the staircase to inside that lighthouse tower that you guys were at. The door is busted in, and you see two things on top of those beds on the top floor. And you see that weird skinny doctor pulling levers and pressing buttons. And you see that fine gentleman is back there with his Faraday cage umbrella. And he is sipping a glass of brandy, looking out one of the windows. He hasn't noticed, neither of them have noticed Jake as he's entering. Jake enters the room and puts his back against the back wall and tries to kind of crouch down, keeping himself out of line of sight. But as soon as he's more than maybe 6 inches into the room, lightning comes down from all of the electrodes on the ceiling and just fry him to a crisp. He's just a crispy Jake laying on the floor, completely dead.
Oh, God.
Nice.
I would like to... Well, Jake, you gotta know, sometimes I see things and they don't come to pass. And sometimes, I mean, it's not all rosy. But maybe going in knowing will help in the long run, right? Will help avoid these things that we see. Right?
I'm gonna unwrap another candy and eat it and just
Yeah.
sort of like...
I describe everything I saw.
Okay.
All right, cool. People pay for this?
Well, it's not a good business, to tell you the truth.
All right, yin yang and whatever. I'll give her the credits for the cost or whatever, and
Yeah.
maybe start unwrapping a third candy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Luke.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye.
The third person to come in is... Where is it? Third person is a young 20s plump girl that's maybe just a few years younger than you, Lou. And she comes in and she's like, "Hey, am I gonna throw up tonight? I don't want to throw up, but I'm gonna get real drunk. Am I gonna throw up? I hate throwing up so much, but I'm gonna get real drunk with my friends. Am I gonna throw up? Please don't tell me I'm gonna throw up. Am I gonna throw up?"
I pat her hand and say, "I'll look into it, dear. Just have a seat."
And she sits down and she kind of puts her hands in her face, and you hear her saying, "Please don't throw up. Please don't throw up. Please don't throw up."
Oh no. I pick a bottle of pink liquid on the table, and 2 others of the same, and I put them all on and I arrange them on the table, and try and see.
All right, roll for premonitions. All right. You close your eyes and you start to get this vision of her just kind of bottle in hand, just pounding the liquor. But then the vision kind of dissolves, and you notice that you're just sitting there staring at her across from you at the table. And you can hear her whispering, "Please don't throw up. Oh, please don't. I'm going to get so drunk. Please don't throw up." And then you hear that gentle roar of like a fire that's building. And sure enough, your friend is sitting right beside her with his hand held in front of his face with the crossed fingers. And he says, "Hello. I think I heard you thinking. could you try to think at me?
Yuck.
I think. I think. Hello, old friend.
Ah, yes, I can hear
No,
that.
I don't like that reaction. I don't like it.
I can hear that. That's perfect. That's gonna make this much easier. So, I need to explain something to you, I think. From watching, there's something you don't quite understand yet. I see you grabbing at this white oil stuff. And you can't. I see your fingers just slip right through it. But sometimes I understand what you're trying to do. There was one time I could hear you thinking of a spotlight, like a big lamp. So I made one for you. But I think you need to know that you can't actually interact with this. But I'll tell you what. It seems like you try often enough. And if you can think the thing that you want, I'll do it for you. Does that sound okay? But one catch. It's going to cost a little something. You see, I'm something of a scientist myself, and I want to find out what this red and white stuff is. I want to do some tests, and I don't want anyone getting suspicious and coming looking for me. So when I do something for you, I am going to request that I do something for me. And I need you to cover for it. It shouldn't be anything too crazy, but I need you to explain it away or pretend like you did it so that no one comes looking for me. Is that okay? Does that sound acceptable? I will help.
Listen, I can't say yes or no based on that information, really. Like, I want your let's go forward and let's assess as we go. You're not giving me a lot of information as to what you want and what you'll be taking for yourself.
Okay.
So let's just walk cautiously forward in this relationship.
That sounds very fair. Just know, next time you want to do something, I will do it for you, but it will have a cost.
Ugh.
I understand.
I think that sounds good. I'm so glad that we can communicate now. By the way, she's definitely going to throw up.
Oh dear.
Ta-ta. And he and the entire red version of things just kind of fizzles. And you're just sitting in front of this girl who you can hear being like, "Oh, I don't want to throw up. I'm going to get so drunk. I don't want to throw up. I'm going to get real drunk with my friends."
I say, listen, my dear.
Yeah?
And I just hand her a ginger ale, and that's it.
Is that going to help?
Maybe before or after, not during.
Oh, am I going to throw up though?
All signs point to yes.
Oh, shit. Can I take my money back and maybe I won't throw up?
I mean, the future is immutable in this path, I'm afraid, my dear.
Oh, shit. All right, thanks.
Happy great day. I hope it's great.
Have a great day. Yeah, sir. Sounds good. Thanks. I'm gonna go get drunk. And the last one, we're getting a little late. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna skip to the main event, the final event of the whole thing. What we can do, we can go back and we can do a couple other events next session if you guys want to do some more of this. But we're just going to wrap it up and do the final event here to have fun and sign it all off.
Sure.
The main event is a thing called the setting of the hands. And this is to signify the hands that create the universe. Of course, since it's all made with these, with the mind, these are like theoretical brain hands. And you kind of make your way to the center of town where there are these giant wooden barrels filled with hands. They're not real hands, but they're like a weird fleshy rubber, and they feel maybe just a little bit too much like real hands. And they are fully sized hands. Like, they're not toy hands. They're like real fully sized hands. Maybe a little bit small. Just a little bit small, but
like,
basic,
like baby hands.
No, mostly normal hands, just a little tiny bit small.
Right.
And the ritual is that you submerge these hands. Everyone gets 2 pairs of hands, or like a pair of hands, and you submerge them in water, and then you toss them into this giant bonfire in the middle of town. There is just an enormous roaring bonfire in the middle of town. So you guys, you go up to the barrels, you pick up the hands, and you submerge them in the water, and you notice that they kind of suck up the water, like, you know, those like expanding dinosaur toys. Yep. They're kind of like that, except that they don't expand. They stay mostly the same size. And then you throw the hands into the fire, and the expanding water inside the hands causes the hands to get bigger and bigger until they are these huge fucking gorilla mitts. These are the biggest, veiniest, manliest, strong, big hands that are just so fucking impressive. Like, everyone here feels like inadequate compared to how unbelievably manly and strong and impressive these hands are. Just a sight to behold.
Right.
And then after they finish expanding, they hit this critical point where the vapor starts to escape from the hands. And there's like this hissing sound as all the steam leaves the hands, and they start to shrink until they're basically back down to just a normal hand size. And then they shrink down just a little bit more, and then they're just a little bit smaller than a normal hand. And then they keep shrinking, and they're actually pretty fucking small. And then they keep shrinking, and they're like these weird, freaky little doll hands. And then they keep on shrinking until they're these withered up, freakish little, dried up, burnt up fucking fetus, disgusting hands. And the bonfire is just full of these twisted, gnarled little fucking nasty fetus hands.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck is great?
Oh dear.
Okay.
I'm not going to sleep immediately after this.
All right.
And that's the main event of Great Day, is the setting of the hands, where you toss them in there and they get big and strong, and then they turn into twisted little burned up fucking squiggly little fetus hands.
All right. Excellent.
What was the vapor coming off of them?
Just water.
Burned?
Just the water that they soaked up from the barrel.
Slump eats.
What was that?
Slump eats both pairs of his hands.
Slump eats both pairs. They taste like rubber.
He's so fucking high on candy, he just enjoys it.
Yeah, no, they taste fucking amazing. And that is Great Day. That is God's birthday. And that's where we'll wrap up the session.
Hooray!
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy fucking birthday.
Thank you for not killing my wife in my game of imagination.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Can't say I didn't try.
I know. I got that. All right. Thank you guys very much. And we will pick this up next week.
Hell yes. Hell yes. Good games.